Welcome everyone to Palm Springs Power Baseball right here from Palm Springs Stadium tonight. I'm Sam Fetterman with Austin Stokes here as the Power take on the Inland Valley Legends.
And it's going to be a great night for baseball here, Sam. I'm really looking forward to what this Power team's going to do as we try to go up 3-0 on the season.
Yeah, and for the Power, it's going to be Matt Porter on the mound going up against Matthew Henry for the Legends. What do we know about Porter?
Well, Porter's had a pretty dominant season in his collegiate career. He put up 63 Ks and 42 in a third inning. So definitely a guy that's going to know how to get batters out. And for sure, well, I mean, if he's on the Power, he's definitely going to have some stuff that we know can miss bats, as we've seen so far this season. A team full of really controlled pitchers with both their breaking ball and with the heater.
Yeah, I mean, it's been incredible for the Power so far and their pitching staff. We talked about it earlier on the pregame show. 30 strikeouts to just 4 walks. Super impressive. And obviously the discipline on the other side is the 21 walks with 19 strikeouts. The Power are dominating that department.
You know what I think really sets the Power apart from other teams is the discipline, both at the plate and on the mound. This is not a team that's going to make bad decisions in the field. They're going to be able to get plays. They're going to be able to get some really solid hits. They're going to be able to put the ball where they need to, and the pitching staff has already shown to be spectacular. So I'm really excited to see what Porter's going to throw out tonight.
Yeah, it's the mental toughness that we've seen from Palm Springs so far. And we're about to get started here with Devon Diaz stepping into the box for the Legends. Porter on the mound. He's going to be fastball, curveball, but mostly with the fastball. And he's going to toe that first base side of the rubber, the left-hander, with Diaz stepping in the left-handed batter. And Porter looks in, and the first pitch is taken for a strike on the upper outside corner. And we're underway from beautiful Palm Springs Stadium.
It's a gorgeous day out here, always a gorgeous day in Southern California, especially when you're getting to watch a baseball team quite like the Power.
And the second pitch is swung on and missed on another fastball, so quickly ahead of 0-2 is Porter. 5 strikeouts, no walks in his first appearance of the season last Friday night against Long Beach. And the pitch. It's taken high upstairs for ball 1. Count moves to 1-2. On Diaz.
And he just missed the zone by a little bit on that one. Not too far off the black there.
And the 1-2 is a strikeout. He swings and misses inside fastball. And that will get the first out of the first inning. And that'll bring up Cole Smith from St. Louis University. Second team All A-10 for the right fielder today. And the pitch, taken high, ball 1.
Smith crowding the plate here. We saw a bunch of the Power pitchers in the past couple nights really attacking that inside part of the plate, so going to look forward to see how that develops.
And a swinging strike down the middle of the plate. Smith this year, really good season for SLU, 367 average.
And batting .367, especially with Midwestern baseball, that's really good numbers.
And the 1-1 is low ball 2.
Probably trying to get him to chase on that one, just missing the black little bit there.
So behind in the count now, got ahead in the first at-bat. It's been something the Power have been really good at this year, is getting ahead, but they're not ahead here, and that one's fouled back to the screen. So 2-2 is the count.
Judging off of his swing there, probably sitting on the fastball, just basing off how quick he got his hands in there.
Yeah, Porter out of Lakeland JUCO. 62 strikeouts for them this year. And the pitch is popped up down that right field line, foul. It's going to go out of play. So still 2-2. On deck for the Legends is Malik Clayton. He's their catcher. But still Smith at the plate now, 2-2 with 1 out in the first. And the left-hander delivers, and it's a swing and a miss, strike 3.
That was a great pitch there. Just really solid pitch choicing from the Power battery, knowing, basing off earlier pitches, just how to get the ball right past him, how to really fool him up there at the plate.
Yeah, it looked like he went with the breaking ball there.
And it was a good breaking ball, to say the least.
Yeah, and so that's going to bring up Clayton, the catcher from Long Beach City College, second team all SCC. And that's a strike. First pitch into him. It's 0-1 already. So the left-hander looks in and delivers to the righty, and it's strike 2. So 2 consecutive called strikes. And just like that, Porter's 1 strike away from a clean first inning.
And you got to wonder if Clayton's waiting on a certain pitch or if he's just having a little trouble seeing the ball out of his hands. Anytime you have a lefty on the mound, most guys are going to be really good at hiding that ball coming through the delivery. So I'm excited to see how that develops throughout the night.
And the 0-2 was fouled back to the screen, and now Porter readies for the next 0-2 pitch to Clayton. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 Ks in the first inning for Matt Porter. He's got 8 Ks in 3 innings for the Power so far this season.
And just some really great, not only pitch calling, but some really great command coming out of his hand there. So let's see if this Power offense can get something rolling.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see it on Palm Springs Power Baseball.
Girl, you know that there's one thing that I love, but it's not you I'm thinking of. I want the ultimate cheeseburger. Break it down. Cheese meat, and that's it. Baby, you know it's hot and juicy, 'cause Jack won't make it till you order it.
Girls love this.
Our target is men.
What's a target?
And back with some more Palm Springs Power Baseball right here on Palm Springs Power YouTube channel and from Palm Springs Stadium in lovely Palm Springs, California.
Absolutely, and I'm really excited to see what this Palm Springs Power offense can bring to the table, too. I mean, incredibly productive, to say the very least, nights for them. 23 combined runs in 2 games, so it's going to be another slugfest. I have a sneaking suspicion that we're going to get a pretty solid amount of runs on the board before this one's over.
Yeah, but first we do have to introduce you to the pitcher for the Inland Valley Legends, Matthew Henry, the lefty from Cal Poly Pomona, imposing figure at 6'4", 200.
Yeah, and anytime you got a lefty on the mound, that just makes it that much harder to hit as a batter. You know, a lot of these guys are going to be coming in on the right side of the plate, going to have a little trouble, like I mentioned earlier, seeing that ball out of his hand, and then when you get a guy on, the pickoff move can be deadly.
And so leading off for the Power, it's going to be Jason Leone, the College of the Desert middle infielder. He's at shortstop tonight.
Leone has really shown his cannon on the defensive side of the ball, making some really impressive plays and some dynamite throws across the diamond.
Really impressive season also for College of the Desert, which is pretty local for the Coachella Valley residents here. He hit 386 for them. And the first pitch from Henry is taken low, ball 1, and Jason Leone is ahead in the count for the Power.
Henry utilizing kind of a slower delivery, and you got to think maybe he's going to change up that timing to throw off some batters.
Second pitch is popped foul, and it's going to be well out of play.
Jason Leone looking to barrel up a fastball. Been a big-time fastball hitter for the Power so far this season. Looking to see if that can continue.
Yeah, 3 for 4 with a walk and a double for the Power is Leone. The 1-1 pitch is taken for a strike on the lower part of the strike zone, and Henry works ahead 1-2.
Can't blame him for laying off that one. That would have been a tough one to get some wood on.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely an interesting decision when you see it there, and then the next pitch is grounded between short and third. Third baseman makes the play and the throw over, and that is the first out of the inning. It's Nathan Jackal at third base with a nice play on the run. So now to bring up Dom Hughes, the Kansas State center fielder. .434 on base percentage for Willie Wildcat this year.
And anytime you got a guy from Kansas State, whether they played a lot of innings or not, that's a big deal. Being able to get an offer from a school like that definitely shows the caliber of player that Coach Dill has been recruiting.
Yeah, and another thing with Kansas State, I mean, that mascot, you see it everywhere in high schools. The Power Cat, as the first pitch is taken for ball one, what Kansas State does, they actually allow high schools, they license that mascot, and they can pay Kansas State University to use the Power Cat. 2-0. Other schools do that too. You look at Georgia, you see how many teams use the Georgia logo. And 2-0 the count with one out, and that's in there for a strike. High and outside corner.
Some pretty solid pitching here from Henry, making some really good decisions with what he's throwing to mix up some hitters.
Yeah, Hughes has had one plate appearance so far. He did not reach. And there's a swing and a miss, strike two.
Just had him reaching for that ball. Not really sure if he, even if had made contact, would have been able to get that into play. That was a good breaking ball from Henry.
And 2-2, swinging a ground ball. First baseman picks it up. Simpson flips to Henry for the second out of the inning.
Looks like he went with the changeup there, being able to create some rollover on the ground ball. And, man, that's a dangerous pitch if you're a hitter. I can foresee the Power grounding out quite a bit off that pitch if he can maintain that success.
Yeah, and that brings up the Power's best hitter last season, Noah Blythe, who from Antelope Valley had another excellent season there this year, but was cut short with injuries. Comes back to the Power, and he's hitting .625 in his first two games. The first pitch just catches the outside part of the plate for strike one.
So far this season, Blythe has not missed a beat since last summer being their best hitter. He's already proving himself again here this season with some really competitive at-bats for the Power, driving in a lot of runs.
And there's another pitch that comes in just high, though. It's going to be 1-1. Blythe just shows how small the talent gap can be at times from the Division I, Division II levels to the NAIA level. It's really a show of just how great baseball players can be, even if they're not playing at the D1 level.
Oh, and baseball's my favorite sport because no matter what level you're watching, there will always be competition. Some of these guys are real diamonds in the rough through the recruiting scene, and Noah Blythe is just another example of that.
Totally, and here's the 1-2. Taken low, bounced just past the plate, but still ball two. 2-2 with two outs in the bottom of the first now.
Henry's been trying to get guys to chase that off-speed low and in the dirt, and so far he just hasn't been able to fool these pretty educated Power hitters.
Yeah, and that's one thing we've mentioned in the intro about the Power. 2-2 is fouled off on the first base side and out of play. So Blythe's staying alive here, and Casey Dill has been working him into different positions in the outfield. He's played left today. He's played right already this season.
And, that's a great problem to have, is a guy that can just play every position. Those are the guys that you want on your team. And, if I were a coach, if I can have 9 guys that can play not all 9 positions at different times, then, we're going to be set for a good season. And it shows diversity and it shows skill.
Yeah, the versatility, clearly a key for them. And the 3-2 is taken on the outside, par for ball 4. And the first base runner of the game for Palm Springs is Blythe. And so Mark Kirkland, first base today, will step into the batter's box.
Kirkland has really shown some power, and I can tell that they're going to kind of keep him around that 3, 4, 5 power spot in the lineup just to drive in some runs that your 1 and 2 batters are going to get on base for.
Yeah, 429 so far for him. Big season for University of the Redlands in 2022. Was at Winthrop this past year, and he takes a daddy hack and misses for strike one.
Throwing his head out of the zone early, you got to think that's something that Casey Dill is going to be working on throughout the season, is keeping that head in the zone and putting the bat to the ball.
First chance to see Henry out of the stretch. And the pitch. It's taken low for ball 1.
As a base runner, you're always nervous when there's a lefty on the mound. There's so many different ways that they can come at you over there to try and get that out. So going to see some safer base running tonight.
And especially when it's a lefty that a lot of guys haven't seen before, because they're not in a college conference with them. They're not in whatever league that they're in. It's the first time that you're seeing them this summer. And you don't know what kind of pickoff moves these guys might have.
Yeah, and that's always the secret tool of a great pitcher is a great pickoff move. We've seen some great ones, throughout the history of even the MLB
Max
and even
Fried.
college. So,
Cole Hamels.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Some really solid pickoff moves that can just fool base runners. And, it's hard to read, but a great pickoff move can lead to a really successful career.
Yeah. 2-2 with 2 outs. Back to that situation. They had it with Blythe earlier. Now it's with Kirkland. But Blythe takes his lead off of first. And 2-2. Kirkland will foul that one. Just got a piece of it.
Looks like he went inside with the looked like a two-seamer that time. So a little run on the end of that pitch. Definitely a good inside pitch to use, especially when you're facing a guy on the same side of the plate.
Kirkland trying to keep this inning going for the Power. And Henry's pitch is low, and Blythe is off, and it gets past the catcher. And that will advance the runner to second base. 3-2, 2 outs.
And with a full count in this situation and not really great location on those breaking balls, if I were a hitter, I'd be sitting on that fastball right about now.
Yeah, and pretty much anything into the outfield is going to score the run with Blythe running on the pitch at 3-2 with 2 outs. And that is contact into left field. It's a base hit. Blythe is around third. Here comes the throw. It's cut off by the shortstop, and the Power have a 1-0 lead.
And that was just some really fantastic hitting at the plate there, making good contact, getting those hands to the ball fast, and being efficient with a good pitch.
Yeah, and Mark Kirkland, second RBI of the season, his 4th hit in his 8th at-bat. He's hitting .500. Yeah, and so that's going to bring up Michael Groves. Great season for UNC Asheville in the Big South this past year. 283, 388, 508 for them. And he takes ball 1.
Henry's been attacking the bottom part of the zone here, and I don't know if he's scared to leave one up on these guys, but if I were an opposing pitcher facing the talent level that the Power have, I probably would be too.
Yeah, Groves hasn't quite hit his stride yet here, and well, he's going to have to wait for his next at-bat to do so as he'll roll over to the second baseman, who flips it to first for the 3rd out of the 1st inning, but not before Palm Springs takes a 1-0 lead on Kirkland's RBI single.
So, you like meat?
Yeah. I like meat and I like cheese.
Meat.
Watch the monitor. This is the ultimate cheeseburger from Jack in the Box. It's a big cheeseburger for purists. Just meat and cheese.
I like the meat and cheese part.
Yeah.
But why a bun?
Bun's not meat nor cheese.
Word. That's right.
You lose that bun, you got something.
Without the bun, your hands would be covered with meat and cheese.
Yeah.
All right, we'll look into that.
Honored as an esteemed Forbes award-winning resort. It's quite another to be honored 3 years in a row. Agua Caliente Casino Rancho Mirage is proud to once again be the recipient of the Forbes.
Back for some more Palm Springs Power baseball right here from Palm Springs Stadium. Matt Porter back out to the mound for Palm Springs. It's Shane Simpson at the plate for the Legends.
And he definitely looks the part of a big first baseman, coming in with some stature, really crowding that plate. And as a pitcher, it's going to be tough to avoid him. Not going to see a lot of inside pitches on this guy.
First pitch is a breaking ball in there for a strike. And the second pitch from the lefty is in there with a fastball for called strike 2. Very quickly ahead, 0-2.
And that's been Porter's move this season, getting ahead and staying ahead in the count, not falling behind a lot, which shows a lot of control with his breaking ball.
And that one is fouled.
Man, he got every piece of that one. If he had straightened that out, that would have been hit really hard somewhere.
Yeah, but it wasn't straightened out, and he'll have to do it again from the same spot at 0-2. So the left-hander with the delivery, it's breaking ball low and out for ball 1.
Not a bad choice on the pitch there. Maybe trying to get him to reach out to the other part of the zone and sit him down on some swings.
Yeah, Porter likes to work pretty quickly. He's got his front foot out towards that first base bag, and it's a ground ball at second, fielded by Thomas, and the give over to first, and that's the first out of the inning. And so that will bring up Ryan White from Cypress College. 6'2", right-hander, against the lefty, Matt Porter.
Marty noticing that Porter steps out a little further against these righties, maybe to give himself a little more room on the drive, maybe to generate a little more power behind that.
Yeah, and he misses low on the fastball for ball 1. And here comes the 1-0. There's a swing and a miss. Got him to chase the low one there. Strike 1.
Porter's got a bottom half that really reminds me of Aroldis Chapman in the way that he keeps moving that back leg and keeps his stride really long and direct to the plate.
And the 1-1 is in there on the outer half for strike 2. So back ahead 1-2, working back with 2 straight strikes. And the lefty delivers and misses high above the catcher's glove for ball 2.
Just got a little too under that one, not able to release it a little later in the delivery, so we'll see if he can bring the count back in his favor.
The great thing about baseball is you get it's not just one pitch that defines the plate appearance, and he gets him on the outer half with a breaking ball for called strike 3. White's walking back to the dugout thinking, what could I have done there? That looked way outside, but it just came back in at the right time. So that's the 4th strikeout in 5 plate appearances for Matt Porter and this for the Power. And that's first pitch is outside, ball 1.
Yeah, and if Porter's got a good starter gas tank, I'm sure we'll be able to see 5, 6, maybe even 7 innings out of this guy. And if this success keeps up, it's going to be a long day at the plate for the Legends.
Yeah, and he's now facing Robert Hook, and he's behind 2-0. Hook coming from Cal Poly Pomona. He stands 6'5", but a little bit of a bend in his knees here as he goes ahead at 3-0 on Porter.
And Porter's staying out of the stretch here, and that's something you see a lot of younger guys using nowadays. A lot of science behind that, but he seems to be generating some power even without the extra movement.
And he will send him to first base on a 4-pitch walk, so Robert Hook didn't even have to take the bat off his shoulder there. So 2 outs, runner on first, and the batter is Nico Santiago from Citrus College. So the first time we'll get to see Porter pitch with a base runner. He goes back to the bag.
See, and what a good move that was. Just like I mentioned earlier, that left-handed move to first can be dangerous, and you'll see that that Hook didn't really get a massive lead off of first.
Santiago steps in, and it's another throw back to the bag, and it's not in time. Hook slides back in. That's 2 checks on the runner.
If he can really time that pickoff move up, these base runners are going to be in for a long 9 innings.
Porter looks in, and the pitch to Santiago is taken out. Hopefully they can get one in the zone here, and it is in the zone. That's strike 1, just on the outer half of the plate.
Santiago wanted to go after that, probably looked really good out of his hand, but that last-second movement on a fastball like Porter's can miss bats, and that's going to be a successful pitch for him this summer.
1-1. It's on the inside part, and it's fouled back to the screen. So 1-2 is the count now with 2 outs in the top of the second and a runner on first. The hitter, Santiago. The pitcher is Porter. And the 1-2, just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
Porter shaking that hand after the pitch, so he's going to try and regain his delivery here on this one. Maybe try and get the ball out a little later, a little more towards the plate and a little more in the zone.
2-2. The pitch comes in, and it's swing and a miss, strike 3. Matt Porter sets him down, and that's his 5th strikeout through 2 innings.
And he's been nothing but dominant so far. A very productive day on the mound for him, and I'm excited to watch a little more of Matt Porter on the bump.
So 1-0 Power after 1.5, and we'll be back for the bottom.
In the battle of the burgers, one man made a declaration of delicious. Jack. He set forth, armed with artillery no one saw coming. Boxes and boxes of mouth-watering burgers. He was determined to bring great taste to this great nation in the name of life, liberty, and the pursuit of flavor for all, so that everyone could taste history-making burgers. And America ate it up. True story. With fresher and tastier ingredients, we're making every burger better, like the new Double Jack. History never tasted so good.
Agua Caliente Casinos has added more of the hottest and newest slots. With more than 155,000 square feet of gaming, your next jackpot is just a slot pull away. No matter which of our 3 premier properties you visit, Agua Caliente Casino Rancho Mirage, Palm Springs, or Cathedral City, you'll always find more of the hottest and newest slots.
And we're back for some more Palm Springs Power Baseball right here at Palm Springs Stadium. You're watching us on YouTube. And Tate Gamble steps into the box, playing right field today for the Power.
And Tate Gamble's another guy that they've been moving around the field quite a bit. A very productive guy, both on the field and at the plate. Some pretty solid base hits and some pretty important base hits, which shows that he can come up in clutch situations, and that's a big tool to have, especially as a hitter at a college like BYU.
And the 2022 Scenic West Conference Player of the Year at Southern Idaho is ahead 2-0. It's 1-0 Power here in the bottom of the second. Kirkland's RBI single drove in Blythe in the last inning, and it's 3-0. That one misses low and in.
Looked like Henry trying to shave him off a little there. Not sure if that was an intimidation tactic or maybe just a missed pitch.
So Henry trying to compose himself and deliver the 3-0, and he does deliver a strike.
It's a good high looping off-speed pitch there. Not sure if I would have gone after that one at the plate either, so can't blame him for taking that one. But he's got a lot to work with.
Yeah, we still have to, it still remains to be seen how green, or red for that matter, the lights will be for the Power on 3-0 pitches this season.
Yeah, we've seen some varied approaches at the plate, and that shows that Coach Dill trusts his guys enough.
And that one hits Gamble, and he'll take his base. Just runs a little bit too far inside. No malice there whatsoever. As the umpire walks out to deliver Henry a baseball. And so that's going to bring up Tyler Priest, the third baseman tonight, with the runner on first being Gamble, who just got nailed.
And Priest isn't a guy that's going to hit the cover off the ball, but he's going to be able to hit those bloop singles and those gap doubles that really put some runs on the board no matter what the team is, and that can be the best hitter on your team if you can do that consistently.
And to pitch another one that runs inside. Didn't quite get him, though. 1-0 is the count, and so the Power back ahead in the count. Dominant JUCO season for Priest in 2022 at Southeast Community College in Nebraska. Transferred to Incarnate Word. And 1-0, swing and a miss, strike one.
And a good swing at that one, and just like we saw from Kirkland earlier, taking his head out of the zone a little early.
Gamble takes his lead off of first. The left-hander looks in and delivers the 1-1. It's low for ball 2. And so the count goes to 2-1.
Gamble's shown some speed on the base paths for the Power so far this season, so I'm surprised we haven't seen a move over to first from Henry.
So, yeah, Gamble's taking his lead. And the pitch in there for called strike.
That was a really well-placed breaking ball from Henry there. If I was on the mound right now, that's a pitch I'd be coming back to time and time again to get myself back in a comfortable position in the count.
Yeah, you see how close to the plate Priest is lined up there, and he will take one that bounces off the dish. No damage done on the base paths there, but
Priest making some in-bat adjustments, it looks like, getting a little closer to the plate whenever Henry starts to attack that inside, looking to get himself over on first.
Clayton with a good job blocking that one, and Gamble takes lead. Henry delivers the 3-2, and he is rung up.
And it looks like Priest did not agree with that call whatsoever.
Yeah, Priest didn't like it, but he'll walk back to the dugout. He was already a couple steps down the line to first base, but he'll humbly walk back, and no malice between him and the umpire there. Just a little bit of disappointment, as anyone would be when they get rung up on a 3-2 pitch that they thought was close. So Blatnick steps in from Sacramento State.
And Sacramento State has a great baseball program, putting up some pretty successful seasons over the past couple of years. So any guy that can be an important part of their starting nine is definitely going to put up some great numbers here in Palm Springs for the Power.
Yeah, and he swings and misses for strike one with one out here and one runner on with run in. And the runner goes, Gamble's off for second, and he's in not standing up. He slides, but he would have been in standing up as there was no throw.
And that was a good pitch on a pitch that they might have known he was going to steal. He got out of the stance quick. It was an outside pitch, so he would have been able to make that throw. But with speed like Gamble, you got to wonder if that arm could have made the throw even if he had been able to ring it in.
So it's just Gamble's first stolen base of the summer. There will probably be many more on the way. Henry, the lefty, looks in and delivers to the lefty Blatnick, and that one hits him on the arm. That's why you wear those elbow guards.
Absolutely, nothing pretty about taking a fastball on the body, especially somewhere like the elbow.
Hey, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. I think that is beautiful when a guy does that. Shows grit, determination, and just the ability to be a team player. First and second for the Power with one out. Brings up Dalton Thomas.
Thomas has been struggling at the plate so far this season, probably just trying to get that groove back after a break, but I'm sure it won't take long for him to get his rhythm going.
Yeah, it's really difficult to say struggling, playing really well after just 2 games, because you know what? Baseball's like that. It's such a fickle sport, but the first pitch is in there for called strike one. I mean, some great baseball players have a lot of trouble in certain stretches of time. I'm sure Thomas will get going. Hopefully he can get going here, and there's a liner in the right, but the catch is made for the second out of the inning.
And he made some really good contact with that one, squared it up, let the ball travel a little bit, and he was able to poke that over into right field. Had that got down, that would have spelled disaster for the Legends.
Yeah, Cole Smith made a nice catch. Had to get down for it a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Not quite a sliding catch, but he wasn't standing up when he did it. So Leon back to the plate for his second time up. So what are you looking for seeing Henry now for the second time?
Well, if I'm a hitter right now, I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on how inside he's going, just like he did right there. So I'm going to have to get my hands in through the zone quick and keep them tight so I can make good contact with the barrel, even on the inner half of the zone.
Yeah, for the Power, Porter's been getting a lot of whiffs. For the Legends, it's been a lot of called strikes for Henry.
Porter's shown that he can definitely miss bats here so far, and that was a really good pitch from Henry there.
And that one gets another called strike. So now one pitch away from getting out of this inning, but there are runners on first and second, and one swing can change a lot. It's 1-0 Power here. 0-2, 2 outs, and Leon the hitter. Henry looks in and delivers, and that is strike 3. For the third out of the inning, with the Power still ahead 1-0, we'll go to the top of the third next, right here from Palm Springs Stadium.
That's his house. Mr. Brad Haley?
Relax! Did I win something?
My sources tell me you've been calling Jack in the Box junk in the box.
So?
I take these things personally, Brad.
Get lost.
Sure, just try my food, apologize, and I'll go. Spent millions of dollars improving my kitchens to make our best burgers ever!
You're psycho!
Oh, yeah! Whoop 'em good, Jack!
Brad, you get to try my best burger ever, and all I want is your honest opinion.
Tasty!
Really? You're not just saying that because I'm kneeling on your spine?
No, I shouldn't have dissed your food, man. I'm sorry, Jack.
Well, I'm sorry about the grass stains.
Really?
No.
Back for some more Palm Springs Power baseball. It is 1-0 Power. They got their run on a Mark Kirkland RBI single in the bottom of the first. We go to the top of the third now with Matt Porter on the bump. He's got 5 Ks in 2 innings.
Yeah, and he's shown nothing but really powerful, really dominant, and really controlled stuff. All the makeups you need to be a successful pitcher, and at a school like Pitt, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, the Prairie Ridge High School graduate in Illinois looks in and delivers the first pitch for called strike 1.
And that's one that he was lucky that that guy at the dish did not make contact on. A fastball right down the heart of the plate.
Yeah, but when you can establish the fastball the way that Porter has, you can get away with that type of stuff, and there's a breaking ball that snaps down for a swinging strike.
And he is having no trouble whatsoever against the third baseman here, showing some just fantastic stuff out of his hand.
And here is Porter looking in with the 0-2. It is outside ball 1.
And when you miss outside to a right-hander like that as a lefty, that means he's not riding that back leg, and he's losing his balance, which in return makes him lose a little timing coming off the rubber.
Yeah, so Jackal is the hitter, and that is called strike 3. Dropped that one in beautifully, just like a yo-yo.
What a tough pitch to hit if you're a hitter right there. I mean, no matter what side of the plate you're on, that's out of his hand. That's a ball for sure, and then that last-minute snap just puts you in a bad position.
Yeah, so that's strikeout number 6 through 8 hitters.
Oh, and going right back to it there. Not afraid to show him that breaking ball often and show it to him early.
Brings up Robert Mansur, who takes strike 1 on another breaking ball. Here's the second pitch to him. Swing is checked. He did not go, and they don't give it a called strike. So just a little bit outside.
And
couple inches off.
He's pitching backwards here, which is a pretty smart move, especially when you've got guys who are missing bats like this.
Coaxes another called strike on that breaking ball. 1-2 with 1 out. The pitch. It's foul back and out of play into the parking lot. Actually, more accurately, into the grass.
He let that ball travel in on him a little bit, maybe trying to put that one over into right field, get a little opposite field action going.
So Mansur down 1-2, and the pitch comes in, and it's bounced before the plate. So the count runs to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Porter got just a little too on top of that one, a pretty common mistake for young pitchers, so I'm sure going forward that'll be corrected in this next pitch right here.
2-2, and he missed high there with that one.
Trying to go back to that breaking ball, maybe to throw him off a little bit. Not going to expect it 2 times in a row, especially after that first one missed so badly.
So let's see what he does on the payoff. 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on the fastball.
And he blew that one just right by him. He had no chance of making good, proactive contact.
First time through the order for Matt Porter, 7 strikeouts. 7 guys struck out of the first 9. That's pretty good if you ask me.
Can't ask for much better out of a starting guy if I'm Coach Dill. This is going to be somebody I'm going to trust in these types of situations throughout the season, whether it be coming in dominant from the bullpen or starting out hot like he is here.
And Devon Diaz takes strike 1 on another breaking ball that falls into the zone. Diaz struck out the first time, as did 6 of his teammates. And he takes ball 1 outside and low.
Not a bad pitch right there, reaching back on the fastball, trying to start him off strong and get it blown by him early, just not able to find the right location with it.
Yeah, Porter The locations have been a little bit shakier compared to the first 2 innings in this inning. He's missed a little bit, but still has the 2 Ks in the frame. And gets another swing and
miss. Make it 3.
Nope, that is the second strike. 2-2, 2 outs here in the top of the third. Porter looking for his 8th strikeout through 10 batters. And he gets it. Oh, a called strike 3 on the outside corner. And 8 strikeouts through 10 batters through 3 innings for Matt Porter. This has been really impressive for the University of Pittsburgh commit.
Absolutely, and I'm sure all throughout the season he was seeing tough competition and seeing hitting right here. He has not missed a beat since his mid-season form.
All right, and we'll be back with more Power Baseball, 1-0 through 2.5.
It's time to step away from the sofa and get back to the world you love, the world of Agua Caliente. So get ready to rediscover that winning feeling again at Agua Caliente Casinos.
So the Legends put in a new pitcher for the bottom of the third inning. It's Brock Grillo from Santa Barbara City College. It's another lefty in there.
Going lefty to lefty, that shows that this guy must be pretty good off the mound. And with good college numbers, that doesn't surprise me.
And so that'll bring up Dom Hughes, the center fielder for the Power. Kansas State Wildcat. Will take a high one for ball 1.
Not a bad take there. Maybe looking for something a little more in the zone on strike 1 from both sides. But the catcher will go out and have a word with him. Maybe try to wrangle up a plan here for how to go after this dominant Power offense.
Yeah, so the story for this game has been Matt Porter so far. This is the part of the order for the Power that got them their run in the first. Noah Blythe got on base, and then Mark Kirkland had that RBI single. It's the only hit of the game for either side. 1-0. 1-1 now. After that one, just caught part of the plate on the outer half.
Yeah, Sam, and if I'm an opposing coach, that part of the lineup makes me nervous. I'm going through Hughes, who's had a really productive season. Blythe and Kirkland are both able to hit the cover off the ball. You just got to play it careful through the 2-3-4.
And that's strike 2. So, well, he is ahead now. 1-2 is Grillo. Standing on the third base side of the rubber, the lefty delivers, and that one's fouled down that third base side in towards the direction of our merchandise stands and concession stands, where you can get awesome Power gear along with nice food. And tonight, $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts. And that one's lined foul on the first base side. He's really painting a picture.
And with these beautiful Southern California summers, a Tuesday night, a great night to come out to the ballpark and enjoy a good cold drink.
Well, he's painted the frame. Let's see if he can put one on the canvas here. 1-2. High ball 2.
Just outside of the zone there. Had that been a little lower, I think we'd be seeing him walk back to the dugout.
Yeah, I mean, certainly an interesting one there. And 2-2. And he is rung up on another close call on the outer half.
Yeah, and this is one of those things that it's going both ways, so you can't be too mad about it, but that pitch did look a little outside.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes these umpires just have some bigger strike zones, especially when, again, these are not major league umpires. A lot of people watch a lot of Major League Baseball, and being an umpire is really hard. And I mean, these strike zones, at least it's consistent tonight, and I think this umpire is doing a really good job. 1-0. Blythe takes the first one high. I mean, there's been nothing game-breaking here, I don't think. And that one is inside ball 2.
Looked like Grillo got a little on top of that one with his grip, trying to focus more on the velocity than the control there, and I don't blame him trying to blow it by on a 1-0 count, but just got a little too inside.
I mean, the thing about umpires in baseball, it's one of the things that makes baseball so special compared to other sports. The human error is baked into the game. Don't you love that?
Oh, absolutely. One of my favorite.
In there for called strike. Oh, just caught the outside part of the plate for strike 2.
And that was a beautifully located pitch from Grillo. A breaking ball starting outside of the zone, but riding back in across the plate at the last second. Just really no chance to make solid contact.
The pitch. And Blythe will put that one into center field. Center fielder moves over and can't make the play. Blythe takes the turn for second. Here's the throw, and Noah Blythe is in with a double.
And some fantastic effort out in center from Diaz there, looking to make a spectacular play by putting his body on the line, and I almost hate that he couldn't ring that one in.
Yeah, that would have been a marvelous catch for Devon Diaz. I mean, the catch probability from StatCast, if we had that, would have been extremely low. But, well, I guess there's a reason it would have been low, because the catch wasn't made. So Kirkland comes up, similar situation to last, with a runner on base and a chance to put some runs on the board for the Power. The big, hulking first baseman will take ball 1 up and away.
Kirkland not wasting any time between pitches. This is a guy who's excited to see some live ABs and excited to keep the hot streak going.
And he will take strike 1, outer half.
Grillo consistently locating his pitches in that right-handed batter's box, so maybe a little too far out on the arm.
Blythe is running. Here's the throw down, and he got him. What an impressive throw by Malik Clayton, and a good tag by Nathan Jackal. Some people in the Power crowd aren't a big fan of the umpire's call there.
Power dugout definitely not too enthused about that one.
Well, I mean, it's got to be tough to make a call when you're on the other side of the field, but I think he made a good call there. That one's inside. And so here comes the pitch. And Kirkland will put that one in the air towards left. Called off. And Hook will make the catch to end the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's 1-0 Power. And we'll go to the top of the 4th with a new pitcher entering the game.
So, you like meat?
Yeah. I like meat and I like cheese.
Meat.
Watch the monitor. This is the ultimate cheeseburger from Jack in the Box. It's a big cheeseburger for purists. Just meat and cheese.
I like the meat and cheese part.
Yeah.
But why a bun?
Bun's not meat nor cheese.
Word.
Right.
You lose that bun, you got something.
Without the bun, your hands would be covered with meat and cheese. Yeah. All right, we'll look into that.
Let's see. New pitcher in the game for the Power. And so Matt Porter, what an impressive first 3 innings he had today.
Very dominant off the mound, locating his stuff from the absolute get-go. And, man, you just can't ask for a better day from your starter. And, I mean, he was able to miss some bats and to really get it going for him early.
And Dorsey Chatham's the new pitcher from the University of Nevada.
Chatham had a great day, just a couple days ago on the mound for the Power, and I'm sure he's going to look to keep his momentum going. And just his warm-up pitches alone are really good stuff. Some pretty dominant things from the pitcher.
Yeah, I was doing PA when he pitched on Saturday night, and he was very kind to me about how I mispronounced his name. But you know what? I'm getting it right this time, and that's what counts.
That's what counts. That's why everybody's out here to get better every single day.
Not just the players, it's the broadcasters, too.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
So Chatham, the new pitcher. Cole Smith will step into the box, the SLU right fielder. Righty-righty matchup here. First right-handed pitcher for either team in this game, and Chatham delivers, and that one's in there for a swinging strike one.
Yeah, and he was just swinging out of his shoes for a pitch that wasn't really that close to the zone. And if I'm the coach of the Legends here, I got to be looking for more control from my hitters.
Yeah, Dorsey Chatham, a summer ball warrior in the Northwoods League past few summers, and that one's lined into right field, and Cole Smith's got himself the first base hit of the game for the Inland Valley Legends.
He squared that ball up well. The story of the game tonight has been letting the ball get to the plate, letting it travel, putting the ball in opposite field. We've seen that time and time again on, well, mostly outs, but that was a really good, well-placed hit by the Legends.
Yeah, and so Smith on first base now, second base runner for the Legends. Hook did walk earlier, and that'll bring up Malik Clayton, the catcher, who threw out Blythe Stealing in the last inning, and he takes one low that bounced for ball one.
Some real fire behind that one from Chatham, and, man, if I'm a hitter, that's a fastball that I'm going to be pretty scared of getting anywhere close to me.
And here comes the 1-0, and it's now 1 on the outer half.
Going right back with the fastball there, challenging the zone, really making his presence known on the bump here. And I'll be interested to see if really good, productive contact can be made on a pitch like that.
Cole Smith stole 14 bases for the Billikens this year, and that one is in to right field for a base hit. So 2 consecutive singles to right for the Legends, and there's the first 2 hits of the game for the Legends, and they're in business now with no outs in the top of the fourth.
Just a breaking ball that he left a little too far up in the zone, breaking a little too early, and that was pretty easy to see for the hitter, I'm sure, and getting himself on base with a well-placed hit.
Yeah, so Malik Clayton on first, Cole Smith on second. As I was mentioning, Smith did steal 14 bases for St. Louis this year, so there's some speed there.
And if I'm a catcher, I'm going to stay pretty high in my stance in case I have to pop up and make that throw.
Chatham delivers, swing and a miss, strike one in there.
And the hitter there just way behind that pitch. Had he made contact, it would have been foul for sure, but, man, that had no chance of good contact.
Yeah, it's Shane Simpson from Cal Baptist at the plate. And the pitch is another swing and miss. So ahead 0-2 is Chatham.
And one thing the power pitchers have going for them is guys just can't really get their timing down, especially in a situation like this. Going from seeing really dominant breaking ball stuff to a fastball that can just get on you, the timing's all the way screwed.
And so the Nevada righty will uncork one that goes down in towards the netting, and it was Blatnick who tried to make a throw. It did bounce right back to him, but the runners do advance. So.
I'm sure had he made that throw and got him out, we'd be seeing that one on ESPN tonight.
Yeah, I'd send that into SC Top 10 for sure. So Chatham trying to work himself out of a jam that's been created here. 1-2, no outs, runners on second and third. And that one is fouled off towards the bounce house.
Sounded good on the bat, but a pitch located right there in the zone on that outer half, and especially with the break that Chatham has, getting that into the field of play and into a gap even more, the probability of that succeeding just goes further down. But when you have runners in scoring position, you just need a pitch like that.
Simpson, the left-hander at the plate, and he will take high ball 2 from Chatham.
And a big looping breaking ball from Chatham, and that's been the story for the Power pitching staff so far, as everybody we've seen for the most part has had that dominant breaking ball that's able to get into the back door of the strike zone and, like I said, make guys miss.
And so Chatham trying to make a pitch here and just missed on the breaking ball outside. Moves to 3-2.
Looked like he went with the same pitch, same location there, maybe trying to sneak that call out of the umpire or force that batter to swing at it.
Yeah, he got a little bit closer there, but didn't get the call. 3-2. He's not going to get that call either. Misses on the fastball, and the bases are juiced. Here in the top of the 4th inning for the Legends, bringing up Ryan White from Cypress College. Bases loaded, no outs. Power 1, Legends nothing. This is the Legends' chance to put some runs on the board here.
White, like many of his teammates tonight, sat down on the swinging strike.
Yeah, 8 strikeouts for Porter. He faced 10 guys, and there is a swinging strike. Strike 1.
And a big, hearty cut at that one from White, looking to put that one on the road behind the playing field here, but unable to make solid contact.
Getting ahead in the counts. Got to feel so good if you're Chatham, especially with the bases juiced here. 0-1. 0-2. Fouled back to the screen.
And not a pitcher-friendly situation here. Bases loaded, no one out. And a hitter that's shown that he can get that bat in the zone pretty quickly, but having a little trouble with bat control, it seems, especially on a breaking ball like we've seen from the Power today.
Yeah, getting ahead in the count can be such a huge confidence booster. And he tried to coax a chase on the low one. Couldn't do it. 1-2.
Not a bad idea there from Chatham. Going high first and then looking to get him to reach out. Definitely sitting breaking ball in a count like this.
Yeah, I think that's a competitive pitch, too. Not the giveaway pitch that you see some guys go to on 0-2. 1-2 now, and there's a swing and a miss. Strike 3.
And that'll be White's second time being sat down on the strikeout tonight, so looking to change his fortune his next time to the plate.
Austin, how big is that strikeout?
As a pitcher, nothing feels better than getting a strikeout right there. He saved himself from giving up some earned runs, and now he's going to look to duplicate that success 2 more times.
And you know what can happen here? One ground ball can get him out of the whole thing.
And it's going to come down to how well this infield is going to be communicating. Are they syncing up together? Is there charisma there? Are they going to be able to make that play?
And that one's fouled off. It is Robert Hook at the plate now.
Hook drew a walk in his last time, so that shows discipline, and that's something that Chatham's got to play around with. He's going to have to throw balls in the zone and get that guy to get the bat off his shoulders. Being walked on 4 straight pitches in his last trip to the dish.
So 0-1, and Chatham will drop one in there for called strike 2.
Yeah, and you could see Hook's shoulders move. He wanted to go after that initially, but held off, and that might have been the wrong decision for him.
So with the bases chunked, no place to put him, it's 0-2. 1-0 Power. Chatham trying to keep this lead, and that one is in the air to center field. Hughes will make the catch. The runner tags from third, and the throw will be cut off. But the throw to third, and they got the runner in a pickle now. And the tag is applied for the 3rd out of the inning, but not before Inland Valley will put up the tying run. So it's 1-1 after 3.5 right here at Palm Springs Stadium. We'll be back for the bottom.
like your bacon.
Say it.
Steady. Ultimate cheeseburger.
Go! Your bacon ultimate cheeseburger.
Hot.
Yes, we are.
We won't make it till you order it. Our best bacon ultimate cheeseburger ever. Now at Jack in the Box.
So back for some more power baseball right here. It is 1-1. The Legends did put up the tying run in the last inning. They got a sac fly, but then the runner from second got caught in a pickle trying to advance to third and was tagged out by Priest. And now Michael Grove steps up and sees one that goes nearly above his head.
Yeah, and this is the first time the Power so far this season, and I mean, it is early, but still the first time they've seen a game this competitive in the middle innings here, so I'm excited to see if the Power can develop themselves into a late inning team. You know, we've seen all their runs come in the third and the fourth, so we'll see if they can put some up later in the game this time.
And that one gets through the hole between first and second for a base hit. Michael Groves, just his second hit of the season.
Perfectly placed ground ball there from Groves. You just can't ride him up any better than that. Really leaning itself to the old saying, hit them where they ain't.
Yeah, just snuck past the first baseman, Simpson, there. He dove for it.
And the powerful Gamble back at the plate now. He's been nothing but productive for the Power so far this season. Gonna see if we can continue that through this AB.
So Gamble's walked 5 times so far for the Power this season.
He's shown that he's going to be a guy that you absolutely have to throw to him. You can't fool this guy. He's smart, and he's got a good head on his shoulders.
And with that, it's 1-0 already with the runner on first, Groves. And it's 1-1. That one falls into the zone. Gamble will step out of the box for a moment.
Not a bad pitch there from the pitching staff here. That was a pretty well-located breaking ball. Can't blame him.
Yeah, it's the second inning of work for Brock Grillo. Love that name.
Just one of those baseball player names.
Totally. And he checks on the runner with a pretty casual pickoff move there. Groves got back standing up. The pitch in there, called strike 2.
Groves not letting the look over to first change his lead. Still looks to be being pretty aggressive over there, but looks like Simpson's got a pretty good hold on him.
So Groves this year did only steal 1 base for UNC Asheville.
That's going to sneak in and get him on the arm there.
Yeah, so another hit by pitch there. Gamble will take his base. So Tyler Priest strides in, no outs and 2 on.
Priest is a contact guy. He's going to be able to get the ball, put it into play, make some really solid clutch. You know, he's a single, double guy. Not going to see a lot of power from him, but kind of that Derek Jeter archetype of he's going to be able to get on base when you need him to.
Yeah, Priest was a 2022 PSCL All-Star. Are you excited for the PSCL to start?
Oh, I love the PSCL. Getting to see some guys that are playing with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, looking to prove themselves and get to that next level of baseball.
Yeah, totally. A lot of uncommitted guys there as well. I'm excited to see so many young players trying to make a name for themselves right here on this field.
Looks like they're going to give him a balk there, saying he was bouncing his glove after coming set. So that'll move runners up both into scoring position for the Power. Really needing a base hit from Priest here to get him back in front in the middle innings of this one.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if I were a pitcher, I'd lead the league in balks every year. I'm way too fidgety for that, 1-0. And that's away and up, ball 2. Power fans trying to step up on their feet here with 2 on and none out in the Power side here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Needing some runs. And that one's high, ball 3.
Yeah, if I was pitching right now, he's not going to get anything in the middle of the zone or even really up and away. This is just a count and a situation with nobody out. You've got to be really careful about attacking the zone.
And Priest will walk on for the Legends to give a little chat to Grillo, try and calm him down. Same situation as the top half. Bases loaded, no outs.
And in a situation like this, he's just looking to get those nerves under control, help him formulate a game plan coming forward See if he can't help him get out of this one. Nothing but support from Cordero, I'm sure.
Yeah, and you get the theme from a beloved sitcom going up there.
One of my favorite parts of a ballpark atmosphere like this are the music that we play. It's just a great feel, brings out a lot of fan involvement.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about coming to a baseball game, it feels like what passive income feels like. You're just sitting there and you're having a good time, and you don't really have to do much to have a good time. But the more you do, the better of a time you'll have.
Oh, yeah.
And Blatnick takes one away, ball one. And we saw with Chatham in the top half, he got ahead in the count with the bases loaded. Right here, getting behind in the count with the bases loaded. And staying behind in the count at 2.
A ring of singles or a big double could really set the tone for the rest of this game.
And that one gets past the catcher, and here comes the runner from third, and he will score, and the Power take the lead.
You know, Sam, one thing I've seen from this Power team so far this season is when one run scores in the middle innings, a bunch of runs are going to score. This is not a team that's going to put up one an inning. This is a team that we're going to see maybe put up one and then put up 4 the very next inning. So I'm sure we're just getting started in this one.
Yeah, I think Casey Dill thinks the Power are going to put up a crooked number here. And the bases are reloaded like World War I machine guns.
Looks like we're going to see some action out of that Legend bullpen, as I'm really shocked it took this long. But maybe looking to preserve some pitching for the coming season.
Yeah, with the first few innings, they got some good work from Henry, but Grillo's struggling here in his second inning of work. The bases are full. No place to put the runner, no place to put the batter. And there's a liner in the center. Does it get down? It does. And that'll score a run. The Power are up 3-1 now, and some station-to-station baseball with that hit by Dalton Thomas.
Man, my heart goes out to this Legend center fielder. That is the second port, and it's just got to be a tough feeling out there.
Yeah, Devon Diaz is putting his body on the line for this Legends team. If you are Matt Cordero, you've got to love to see that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. This is a guy who's not afraid to get dirty, and as a baseball fan, I love to see it too, making those great diving catches.
But 3 ducks on the pond here with no outs, and it's 3-1 for the Power, and the leadoff man, Jason Leone, takes ball 1. So Grillo still struggling to put one in the zone.
The Legends need an out in any way they can get it, whether it be on a pop-up and just give up a base runner, but you're still going to get one step closer to getting out of this inning. They just need to be able to get their players back in the dugout and back at the plate here, so they need it in any way, shape, or form.
So Leone calls time at ahead 2-0. And the COD shortstop takes ball 3 high. Man, you really don't want to walk in any runs here if you're Grillo. You got to make the Power beat you.
He's almost kind of got to give up a pitch right here. Just put something in the zone, just like that. Put the hit behind you if he gets on. But
about 3.5 feet above home plate.
And, this is one of those situations where station-to-station baseball is the way to go. You're not giving that pitcher anything to work with, and with nobody out, you don't have an empty base, so no matter what, you're pretty much going to be giving up a run unless you can set that guy down on strikes. And with Dom Hughes coming up here, the powerful center fielder, we might see a couple bases open up.
Yeah, so Leone took ball 4. The runner did score there, and the bases are still full. And Grillo's got to get out of it somehow. Just get 1 out, and then we'll see what happens from there. But got to get 1 strike before you get 1 out.
Not a bad pitch right there. That's a good decision to go to. The breaking stuff hasn't really been working for him, so you got to rely back on square one and just go straight fastballs.
Yeah, and this is the really dangerous part of the Power order. And the count is back to 1-1 after that one.
Looks like we got Jacob Rangel down getting loose for the Legends, the Cal State LA lefty. So going to see another left-hander here.
Yeah, got to love it. Southpaw supremacy here at Palm Springs Stadium, and that one just catches part of the plate. 1-2 the count.
That was a really solid decision on where to put that pitch, whether he meant to or not. He left it up, but I don't think Hughes was sitting on that one.
Power faithful, waiting what Hughes can do. The pitch, taking ball too low.
Not showing a lot of control from the pitcher here, having a tough time putting it where he wants it, struggling to get balls down, and it's kind of the reason they're in the situation they're in.
Yeah, and most of these pitches haven't missed by a ton, but they're missing by enough to the point where you can take ball. Oh, that is ball 4, actually, and it will be another run on the board for the Power. So 4 runs in the inning. It's 5-1 Palm Springs, and Noah Blythe steps up. Just not the man you want to see if you're really struggling at the mound.
This is the Power equivalent of seeing, Barry Bonds come up to the plate with the bases loaded. As the pitcher, he just walked in a couple runs. He's not feeling his best. I'm sure we're going to see a scorching fastball here.
I mean, that might be the greatest compliment Noah Blythe's ever received. I'm sure he'll enjoy that one when he watches this one back as he fouls that one off.
See, and he had to go with the fastball first pitch. He had to dominate the zone, and while he's not ahead in the inning, he had to put himself ahead in this at-bat somehow.
Yeah, just got to take it one pitch at a time. If you're Grillo, can't show any negative body language, can't be defeated on the mound, and Blythe fouls that one back, and you know what? Grillo's ahead 0-2.
Blythe's going to compete, though. I would never count him out of this one. He's gonna make him throw pitches that Blythe knows he can hit, and he's going to drive that ball somewhere.
Yeah, as you said, the Power equivalent of Barry Bonds. Let's see what he can do. He'll throw that one. It's a fair ball. No, it's not a fair ball. It must have bounced off the plate.
He got his hands in. That was an impressive in-bat approach there after seeing 2 outside pitches, but being able to read right out of his hand that was going to be inside and getting that bat speed way quicker through the zone there.
Still 0-2. Bases are loaded, and Grillo steps off the rubber and now steps back on. Faces the runner at first. Faces the catcher, steps back off the rubber. And that is ball 1. According to the umpire, it's a violation.
Surprised to see that with Noah Blythe at the plate, I guess not, but the infield typically here would have corners in.
And Blythe puts that one on the ground at third, and it goes off of the third baseman who was slipping on the dirt, and it's a fair ball, and it scores a run. Very fortunate for the Power, and it's the 5th run of the inning, 6-1 Power.
Just a tough time wrangling that ball in. He knew he had some speed going down the first base line, trying to make something quick, but just kind of dismissing the fundamentals there. Needed to get himself right in front of that ball and make the throw over.
Still no outs in the frame, and 5 runs have come across the plate. And Kirkland, well, he's going to want to bring in some more.
Kirkland's definitely going to want to keep this trend going here, and if he sees a good pitch, he's going to drive it just like that.
And he puts that one in play. It gets through the hole. This could score 2. Here's the throw. It is to the plate. It is not in time, and the Power have 7 runs in the bottom of the 4th. It's 8-1. Mark Kirkland with his 2nd and 3rd RBIs of the ball game.
Kirkland's just kind of the guy on the Power team right now. I mean, what a tough 2-3-4 that is, going Dom Hughes, Noah Blythe, Mark Kirkland, and even into the 5-hole with Micah Grove. Just a bunch of guys that can get the bat on the ball, make some quality ABs, and get their guy in. And it looks like we're finally going to be getting a new pitcher from that Legends team. But, hey, Grilla, he kept his head high. He's going back into the dugout being greeted by a couple teammates. Not the outing he wanted, but he knows he's going to be getting better as the season goes forward, and props to him.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Grillo, you know what? You got to just hang your head high and say, you know what? I gave it what I had out there today. I didn't have it. I was out there. I felt like a 2 out of 10, a 1 out of 10. But you know what? I tried to be the best dang 1 out of 10 that I could be.
Absolutely, and looks like we're going to be having Jacob Rangel in from Cal State. Going to see if this next lefty can be a little more productive than his counterparts or his successors have been so far. So looking forward to seeing, just basing off his warm-up pitches, he looks like he's got a pretty solid fastball, controlling it well, commanding it in through the zone so far.
Yeah, 7-run inning for the Power, and there's still no outs, and runners are on the corners after Kirkland's RBI single.
Well, at least now, even with no out, you have a chance to either A, turn that double play, or you have a base to give up, worst case scenario. So they have room to work with. Game's not over for the Legends so far, but they need to capitalize here.
Oh, and that's the sound of my childhood right there ringing through the stadium. You get the Wii Sports music.
Good ambiance for a night baseball game here.
Totally. I mean, I grew up playing Wii Baseball. I grew up doing all that stuff. Wii Baseball, Wii Tennis, Wii Golf. I mean, it was so fun when you would get that controller and you would feel like you were so alive.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Definitely immersed you in the game. I remember working up quite a sweat in my living room growing up.
Did you ever have, like, the Wii Tennis racket?
Sure did.
I had this game, NHL Slapshot, where it came with, like, a Wii hockey stick. It was so cool. My brother and I played that all day for so long. Man. But anyway, stepping into the box now, it's Michael Groves, who had that base hit earlier.
Groves is a pretty dominant force at the plate and has been so far this season. He doesn't shy away from getting right over the plate when he sees that the pitcher's going to be throwing inside, and I'm sure with a lefty, he's going to be taking another step or two in towards the rubber here.
Yeah, so Rangel, the lefty, 5'10", 197 pounds. And his first pitch is low ball 1. Catcher does a good job keeping it in front of him.
Yeah, and right here, we're seeing a great job from Groves of almost reverse intimidation at an at-bat. He's crowding the plate, not wanting to let him throw inside. And in a situation like this, a hit by pitch is kind of the last thing you need as a pitcher with no one out.
That one's outside, ball 2.
I'm interested to see what the what the pitch decision's going to be here. We haven't really seen his breaking ball, so maybe he'll surprise us and utilize it right here.
Looks like Chatham's going back out to the bullpen to throw a little bit, and that one's popped up. Going out for it is Mansur, and he'll make the catch for the first out of the inning.
And anytime you have a pop-up right behind short or right behind second, it's just tough. Me and Zach referred to it the other night as the Bermuda Triangle. Nobody can really get there efficiently, so somebody's got to have those wheels, got to have great defensive communication in order to make the call and get there in time.
First out of the inning, but not before 7 runs came on the board. The power of batted around.
Yeah, and that was a long overdue out for the Legends here. And now that they've got that one under their belt, they've got to keep rolling and get 2 more. Maybe a double play ball here.
And that one's on the ground, and a nice stab by Rangel. That could be it. 1, 6, 3, and he's out.
Oh, wow. What a fantastic defensive sequence there. You don't usually see the 1-6-3, but they executed it well, made a great last-second play, and well, you just can't ask for a better finish to an inning than that.
Really impressive pick there, and Rangel comes in and doesn't allow a run after 7 came through. 8-1 power right here from Palm Springs Stadium through 4.
Honored as an esteemed Forbes award-winning resort. It's quite another to be honored 3 years in a row. Agua Caliente Casino Rancho Mirage is proud to once again be the recipient of the Forbes 4-Star Award for both our extraordinary hotel and...
So Nico Santiago is going to step into the batter's box here. The second baseman struck out earlier.
Yeah, and that's been the story for this Legends offense. I mean, looking at my paper here, I see nothing but forwards Ks, so going to see if they can't change the narrative here, but with that pitcher back out there, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, I mean, this has been one good game for the Power after that last inning especially. It's 8-1 Palm Springs, and Chatham fires in a strike.
Chatham just blew that right by him. I mean, he was so late getting his hands through the zone there. That would have been a tough one to do anything with.
And the second pitch is in there, drops in for called strike 2 with the breaking ball.
This is some very textbook pitching by the Power here. Usually that style of let me go blow it right by him up and in and then a breaking ball low and away doesn't really work much anymore, but he's relying on it here, and it's working well for him.
And Chatham missed up and in there. He did hit 91 miles an hour on Saturday night. Second on the team in velocity in that game behind only Trey Robertson.
And with a 58-foot mound away from home, I'm sure that 91 looks around 95 to some of these guys.
Yeah, and that one is low, ball 2 away. Dorsey Chatham looks in. Santiago will swing and miss for strike 3, and they'll go around the horn like Tony Kornheiser.
That was his second time being sat down on the swinging strike, so going to have to do some regrouping in the dugout here to change their fortunes so far. And with Jackal coming up, and he was also sat down on K's last trip, something's going to have to be changed.
Yeah, a ton of strikeouts here for the Power. And let's see what they can do here. It's Chatham facing Jackal. Oh, Jackal didn't know what that one, didn't know it was coming there.
Oh, and that was, you know, in Dorsey Chatham, that was a dangerous pitch to leave hanging there. If he'd saw that one well out of his hand, we might be seeing some runs on the board for the Legends here.
0-1, swing and a miss on the outside corner of the plate.
And, I mean, he had him just totally fooled, and he has all at bat here, just making him swing beside himself on that pitch.
So back ahead, 0-2 is Dorsey Chatham. Catcher sets up on the outside part, and another swinging strikeout for the Power. And it's a strikeout fest today.
Yeah, just a dominant outing from the Power pitching staff. And, you know, Sam, that's just been the story for the past 3 games, so I'm absolutely not surprised to be seeing that once more here tonight.
Can I say they're overpowering them?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
And there's another strike. Just caught part of that outside part of the plate.
4 strikes in a row now. You have to wonder, is this just good pitching or is this bad plate discipline?
Here comes Chatham's 0-1, and he got a piece of that one fouled. Man, Sir, who made that play from shortstop in the last inning for the first out. (8-1) Power, 0-2 is the count here in the top of the 5th, and that is strike 3. So a great frame for Dorsey Chatham, setting him down on strikes, and the Palm Springs Power lead it 8-1 through 4.5 from Palm Springs Stadium.
In the battle of the burgers, one man made a declaration of delicious. Jack. He set forth, armed with artillery no one saw coming. Boxes and boxes of mouth-watering burgers. He was determined to bring great taste to this great nation in the name of life, liberty, and the pursuit of flavor for all, so that everyone could taste history-making burgers. And America ate it up. True story. With fresher and tastier ingredients, we're making every burger better, like the new Double Jack. History never tasted so good.
So, you like meat?
I like meat and I like cheese.
meat.
Watch the monitor. This is the ultimate cheeseburger from Jack in the Box. It's a big cheeseburger for purists. Just meat and cheese.
I like the meat and cheese part.
Yeah.
But why a bun?
Bun's not meat nor cheese.
Word.
You lose that bun, you got something.
Back for some more Palm Springs Power baseball. I'm sure you're excited to watch the Power take their hacks.
And after a long inning last time they were up at the dish, I'm sure they're going to see if they can't recreate that one and seeing if Tyler Priest can't get it started for him.
Still, Jacob Rangel on the mound did a great job getting out of that one in the bottom of the fourth. He coaxed that pop out and then started a brilliant 1-6-3 double play.
Yeah, and I mean, that's just what the doctor ordered for the Legends here. Getting a guy in that can come in, dominate the zone, get him out of a tough situation without allowing any more insurance runs, and already seeing some action out in the bullpen for him.
Yeah, and Priest pokes that one out to right field, but Cole Smith is right there for it, coming in a little bit. So that's the first out, so he's faced 3 batters and gotten 4 outs.
Pretty good night for him here. Looks like the catcher going to be relaying some signs to his infield about how to play this one. And with the powerful Blacknick coming up, noticing the first baseman playing a little back more towards the grass, expecting a hard pull from him.
Yeah, so here comes Blacknick, the Sac State, former University of Washington backstop.
2 very dominant programs you just mentioned there, UW and then Sac State, 2 of the premier baseball programs in their areas.
Austin, who does his batting stance remind you of? I swear I've seen it before.
Looks a lot like an old Didi Gregorius Yankees-era batting stance to me.
Well, and just like Didi, he puts one on the pull side, but on the ground. And that is the second out of the inning. Here comes the next batter for the Power. It's Dalton Thomas.
Thomas has struggled to get it going so far this season, needing to make a couple changes as he's approaching the plate here, but I'm sure he knows, what he's got to do to be productive here, and it's probably just shaking off those jitters of his first season with the Power.
And the pitch from the left-hander is low, ball 1. But it's been quick outs after quick outs for Rangel.
Yeah, Rangel's got the momentum of this game picking up. He's a guy that's not taking a long time in between pitches. He gets the ball, and he's already set, ready to go for the next one.
And that one just caught the bottom corner of the plate for strike 1. So the Power, 8 runs on 6 hits to 1 run on 2 hits for the Inland Valley Legends. Pitch. That's low, ball 2.
Not a bad pitch right there from Rangel. That's a pitch that could have gone either way. Some really nice break on that one. Looked like it was pretty borderline there. Don't disagree with the umpire on the call, though.
And here's 2-1. That one is fouled back and out of play. 2-2, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Looked like he just needed to throw his hands out there and make contact to avoid the strikeout. Can't blame him. That pitch was in the zone. Not a situation where you can afford to take a bad pitch.
It's a great day today. 75 degrees right now. Usually don't get weather like that around here at this time, but 3-2 now as that one misses outside.
No, and I've been surprised with how beautiful the weather's been for these past 3 games. Just can't write them up any better.
Yeah, we've really gotten lucky. Hopefully we continue to get lucky. And that one is fouled back, out of play once again, same spot as the last one. So the top of the order's on deck. It's Leon for the Power.
Yeah, and even if Thomas gets out right here, in the next half inning, you're going to be getting your best in your best, and it looks like that's who will be getting the 1-2-3 due up next for the Power.
Yeah, checked his swing, but it was in there for a strike anyway, and we'll be back for the top of the 6th inning right here from Palm Springs Stadium.
Girl, you know that there's one thing that I love, but it's not you I'm thinking of. I want the ultimate cheeseburger. Break it down. Cheese meat, cheese meat, and that's it. Baby, you know it's hot and juicy, 'cause Jack won't make it till you order it.
Girls love this. Our target is men.
What's a target?
So, you like meat?
I like meat and I like cheese.
meat.
Watch the monitor. This is the ultimate cheeseburger from Jack in the Box. It's a big cheeseburger for purists. Just meat and cheese.
I like the meat and cheese part.
Yeah.
But why a bun?
Bun's not meat nor cheese.
Word.
You lose that bun, you got something.
Without the bun, your hands would be covered with meat and cheese. All right, we'll look into that.
Agua Caliente Casinos has added more of the hottest and newest slots. With more than 155,000 square feet of gaming, your next jackpot is just a slot pull away. No matter which of our 3 premier properties you visit, Agua Caliente Casino Rancho Mirage, Palm Springs, or Cathedral City, you'll always find more of the hottest and newest slots.
Top of the order coming to the dish. Stepping into the left-handed hitter's batter's box is Devon Diaz for Inland Valley as they trail 8-1.
Not a great day at the plate for Diaz or for the majority of the Legends lineup here. Getting sat down on the swinging strikeout, and he's got to avoid that hat trick.
Yeah. Well, here comes Chatham's pitch. And it's in there, breaking ball for called strike 1.
Just another gorgeous banger curveball right there, getting it right into the mitt, just into that strike zone.
And the 0-1 delivery from the big right-hander. It's a fastball that coaxed a check, but didn't get the call.
Yeah, he wanted to go after that one, and coming out of his hand, I'm sure that looked gorgeous, but good plate discipline to hold off and get the bat back.
So 1-1 the count, 8-1 the score. And it's now 2-1 after he missed low with the breaking ball. Tried to coax a chase, couldn't quite do it.
Yeah, and after their plate appearances today, I'm kind of surprised he didn't go after that one myself. I mean, we've seen them swing at that pitch more times than not.
2-1. Inside, it turned Diaz around for a moment, so it's 3-1.
Pretty good location choice right there. Just coming off of a couple outside pitches and blowing a fastball in on the hands. That would have been a good pitch to get a little short, choppy swing on.
3-1, and it's ball 4. Diaz will take his base.
Looking to throw a textbook 3-1 high fastball right there, but just couldn't quite get it in the zone. But with a lead like this, and if you're Dorsey Chatham, you're not very worried at all about that runner being on first, especially with a guy like with an arm like Blatnick behind the plate.
Blatnick, yeah, well known for being a defensive catcher, caught 7 of 12 runners stealing for Sacramento State. Big Sky baseball, and Smith will hit that one, and it is bobbled. And it's a fair ball.
Looked like he might have taken his eyes off that one coming across the bag. Didn't want to trip up and make it an any worse error than it already was. So can't blame him for dropping that one. Just needed to get his hand on it a little quicker after it got in the glove. But not a terrible error to make right there.
Really would have been a tough play regardless to make, even if you're not going to make the throw across. The most important thing to do when you're playing the infield is, or even the outfielder, especially catching, don't let the ball get past you. And Blatnick tried to make a throw down to third there, but I think that Clayton may have been just a little bit in his way. The umpire didn't agree with that, though, as Diaz will scoot his way down to third base. First and third, no outs, 1-0 count. And here's the throw to second by Blatnick as the runner goes, and the ball did not get through the glove. It went out of the glove.
Man, and that was almost just the absolute perfect throw down to second. Had he got that ball a couple inches up and to the left, that would have been a dime tag for him there, but not able to make it happen. So now you've got 2 runs in scoring position. Got to be a little smarter on the mound of how you go about this one.
So after the nickel and 4 pennies, there's a strike. 1-2. People still collect pennies anymore?
No idea. Can't say I've ever collected any.
I mean, I know people collect quarters because, I mean, sometimes you need them for washing machines. And there's strike 3. Another backwards K there as Clayton will go down and it'll bring up Simpson.
And Simpson's been one of the few that's been able to get the ball in play, but not only that, be smart about his at-bats. Able to draw a walk his second time up to the plate tonight. Going to have to throw in the zone here, fill it up, and really pound that for him.
Yeah, and he really reached back there for one and gets the strike call there. 0-1.
Yeah, and we've got that flight scope set up behind home plate tonight, so I'm sure that's going to be a great tool for these pitchers to use in the middle of the week here, getting ready for their next outing. So I'd love to see the numbers on that one.
And the back pick attempt didn't quite get Diaz that far off guard.
Hey, that was a good call right there from Blacknick. I didn't even expect the back pick there either, but almost got him.
Yeah, as a catcher myself in the past, I was scarred for life when I tried back picking one time, and the I believe third baseman wasn't ready. I never back picked again.
Understandably.
And now it's 1-2. After Chatham got the foul ball off the bat of Simpson.
One thing to say about Chatham is he's been pretty effective in his pitching so far, not wasting many pitches, not drawing many long at-bats, so he knows how to go about hitters. He knows how to mix his pitches well, and he's been really effective.
And that one is hit and just off the glove of Leon and into center field. One run is in. The second run is in as the throw is cut off by Kirkland. It's a 2 RBI ball in play. We'll see what the ruling. It is a 2 RBI single there for Shane Simpson.
And Chatham's got to keep himself up. He can't let that bother him. You've still got so much to work with. Still a 5-run game through the middle inning, so he's got to just keep going right after hitters. And, I mean, if he can just keep his head about him here, he's going to be just fine.
Yeah, that one, it had a little bit of movement in the air. It kind of pivoted and caught the shortstop Leon a little bit off guard, went to the other side of his body. And 0-1 the count now. And warming up in the Palm Springs Power bullpen. So we'll see how long the leash is for Chatham. He's gone a little bit already. He's pitched for a few innings now.
Yeah, and after from a middle inning reliever, that's exactly what you want. You want a guy that can give you 3-4 good innings, and he's done just that here so far. Had a great day here.
And there's a strike. It's Trey Robertson warming up in the bullpen for the Power. Kansas State product, 92 miles an hour, led the Power in velocity on Saturday night.
Yeah, Trey Robertson showed some really dominant stuff, and that's a guy that every day I'm so excited to watch throw as a former pitcher myself.
And Blatnick's going to throw it down to second, and couldn't get the tag down, Leon. So Simpson is on second base now, eliminating the double play possibility on a ground ball.
Looks like Blatnick's stepping out from behind the plate and kind of favoring himself there. Might have some sand in the eye. I don't know. Looks bad.
And so the Sacramento State Hornet catcher is going to have a little bit of a chat with the trainer. Hopefully he's okay.
Looks like he's going to stay out there, just needing a little time to regroup and get ready to keep going. But thankful to see he's going to be able to continue in this one.
Yeah, so the Power are up 8-3 now here in the top of the 6th inning. It is 2 runs on the board, though, for the Legends. It's a key point in the game here, and we are focused on Carson Blatnick's status. Hopefully he's going to be okay.
Yeah, and the Legends have been able to really turn it around this inning, getting some good at-bats, some quality base hits, being able to get on base when their guys need it. So some really good mid-game adjustments here, seeing their shortcomings at the plate, being able to take that, turn it around, and capitalize in their next at-bat. And whether that's just because this is their second time seeing Chatham tonight or if it's because they're just some really smart ball players. But I'm excited to see how this one folds.
Yeah, Blatnick gets a sip of water and
Man, he has been hunkered over for a long time now, so I'm sure they're going to look to get these next 2 outs pretty quick so Blacknick can get back to the bench and get a breather.
Yeah, pretty much any baseball fan will know, and especially anyone who's ever played the position, just how hard playing catcher can be. And, I mean, when you it's just something that only the bravest of men really do.
Yeah, I heard an old baseball mind once referred to it as the fool in the iron mask. I mean, it's just the most rugged position possible. It wears and tears on the body, but those guys are some of the toughest young men I've ever seen. And, well, it looks like we might have a new catcher coming into this one or getting ready to come in as Blacknick gets his gear back together. Gotta hope this is not a big injury for him and he's going to be able to continue at 100% this summer. But thankfully, looks like he's going to be heading back to the dish.
As the umpire hands Blacknick his mask, he's probably going to catch a few from Chatham before the batter steps back in, or not.
Hey, this guy's ready to go. He doesn't need any warm-up pitches. This is an Iron Man behind the dish.
What you call a gamer. Ryan White is the hitter, and Chatham is the pitcher. 2-2, 1 out. Runners on second base. 8-3 is the score. Palm Springs is ahead. Inland Valley trying to chase him. Goes to the one-knee catching setup. And called strike 3 outside part of the plate.
A perfect pitch there, and I mean he located that, painted the corner on a dime, just right where you want that fastball in a 2-strike count.
Yeah, really impressive there from Chatham. And that will bring up Robert Hook.
Robert Hook has been on base so far tonight, drew a walk his first time to the dish, so Chatham going forward is going to have to put pitches in the zone and force him to swing.
So yeah, not just Robertson who's warming up, now Kenny Schechter also warming up, the College of the Desert righty.
Oh, and Schechter had a fantastic outing the other night, really dicing up those Legends hitters that we saw, and man, there's just not anybody you got to pick the lesser of the two evils in that bullpen right now if you're the Legends.
High fastball, swing and a miss. Strike 1 from Chatham to Hook. See if he gives him the hook. Or will he get hooked on one and hit one far? Having too much fun with that.
And a good fastball low and away there, and, he's commanding that pitch well. He's able to put his fastball right where he wants it, whether that be brushing the hitter off or on the outside corner. He's been pretty dominant with it all night.
Chatham looks in and delivers. It's high, it's ball 2. And so, behind in the count now. 2-1 with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Chatham just trying to get the power back to bat. While Hook tries to continue this inning. There's swing and a miss, strike 2.
A big time swing and a miss there.
So now the power crowd's going to stand up, clap their hands. They really need to here. Get Chatham some motivation, some encouragement here. 2-2, 2 outs, runner on second. Hook the hitter, Chatham delivers, and it is strike 3 right down the heart of the plate. Hook checked, and it is out of the inning for the power, and that's a relief. Dorsey Chatham gets the power out of it. It's 8-3 after 5.5 on Palm Springs Stadium.
Girl, you know that there's one thing that I love, but it's not you I'm thinking of. I want the ultimate cheeseburger. Break it down. Cheese,
love this.
Our target is men.
What's a target?
Just experienced one of the more exhilarating race around the bases. Gotta love those here at Palm Springs Stadium.
And that's my favorite aspect of this level of baseball is those mid-inning games are just so fun to watch, and I can't imagine being a kid and driving a go-kart around these base paths.
You ever participated in one of those types of things? Doesn't have to be a race around the bases. Could be anything at any
No,
ballpark.
I never was fortunate enough to get chosen for those.
I was in something with my brother. I don't remember what it was. At the New Britain Rock Cats.
Interesting.
New Britain, Connecticut, and they are now the Hartford Yard Goats.
Gotcha, okay.
Leon steps in and swings and misses.
My favorite part about watching Leon play is when he's in the field, he kind of reminds me of Manny Machado. Everything he does looks so effortless, and it just looks like it's kind of whatever to the guy. Not in a bad way, but he just makes those throws look so easy, and he's blasting that ball across the diamond.
It's 0-2 now with no outs as Leon's leading off. It is Leon, Hughes, and then Blythe here for Palm Springs. Shortstop, center field, left field. And the pitch from Rangel is taken low for ball one.
You know, since they brought it a little closer in that last half inning, this is kind of the part of the order you want up. You want your best guys to come up to the dish right here and swing away and try to open that lead back up to where it was.
Yep.
Put up 2, if not more.
Yeah, Power had that big 7-run inning in the bottom of the fourth. That brought their lead to 8-1.
And that's kind of been the deal for the Power so far this season is they get ahead in those early to middle innings, and they kind of just ride off that for the rest of the game. Can't blame them. I mean, when you can put up 7 in one inning, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, putting up crooked numbers. I think I read a book called Crooked Numbers one time. That one's fouled off, first base side, out of play. Probably even out of the confines of the ballpark. So Leon at 2-2. Facing Rangel, the lefty. Low ball 3. So really good work to bring this count full from where it was.
And on 2-2, maybe not the greatest pitch to throw there. You have to just assume that he kind of lost that one, but curveball in the dirt. Pretty risky call right there.
Lefty, righty, and the righty will put one into play in the left field, and that's a base hit for Leon. And the speedy Leon is on base with a single.
And that is just what you want from your leadoff hitter, to poke that one right over the infield, get on with a single, and let's get these guys moving around the base paths.
Yeah, we'll see if they put him in motion, and Dom Hughes, the K-State Wildcat, steps back into the batter's box to face the lefty Rangel.
Leon taking a safer lead off of first than what I'm used to seeing him, not wanting to test that left-handed pickoff move, being held on by the first baseman here.
And there's a strike. Breaking ball that snapped low for strike one. Looks like Hughes looked back at the umpire after that one.
Rangel's got really good break on all his stuff. It breaks late, and it breaks pretty hard. If I just had to guess, I'd say probably 13 to 15 inches of vertical break.
Yeah, I think he's been really impressive so far, especially, I mean, with his glove. That 1-6-3 double play really saved some runs.
Yeah, you know, that's not the Power, but what a beautiful play that was. You can't help to get a little excited when you see something like that.
I mean, we're baseball fans, and we're Power fans, and we're Power broadcasters here as the Power hitter grounds one foul. 0-2.
Wonder what the approach is going to be here. This is a guy that's shown he can hit just about anything you throw him. So on 0-2, you're looking for that punch-out pitch. Looking forward to see what he's going to go with here. Might go fastball, might go off-speed, low and away.
Yeah, got to see what Hughes what's Hughes looking for, and what's Rangel going to give him. Gets the side and delivers outside and low for ball number 1.
And a 1-2 count as a hitter. You've got room to work, but not a ton. You can't leave anything in the zone. And, well, for most guys, can't really leave anything up either.
And Hughes will hit that one foul, first base side once again.
Just watching the way he carries himself around the batter's box, Hughes is a guy that's going to be able to fight some at-bats. He looks determined when he steps in, never breaking eye contact with that pitcher. So definitely going to be a guy that it's going to be tough to get Hughes out.
And a pitch. It is low, and a good block by the catcher, Clayton.
Yeah, Clayton's made some really impressive blocks back there, being able to spring out of his stance quickly, and that's saved him a lot of runs and a lot of base runners here.
Certainly has. Dom Hughes, he made all academic in the Big 10 twice, in the Big 12 twice. And the academic with the walk.
And if I'm Rangel,
and they throw the ball to the first baseman, seeing if they could catch Hughes off guard a little bit.
It looks like they're calling him out. Not really sure what happened, but
interesting.
Hughes is going to be heading back to the dugout.
Huh. Umpire just gave a little shrug. I'm sure we won't get an explanation.
If only we had a replay official.
I mean, hey, it took MLB a while to even get the microphones here. So. Oh, no. Hughes back in the batter's box. 3-2 is the count, so.
After a confusing
Very
series
confusing.
of events there, I guess the at-bat continues.
It does. And the pitch. That's ball 4. So
Yeah.
now he can take his base.
And after the long-awaited ball 4, looks like we're going to have 2 runners on, and God, just not the guy I want to see ever if I'm a pitcher facing the power is the very, very powerful and very, very productive Noah Blythe.
Yeah, this is the dangerous right-handed hitter for the Palm Springs Power. Blythe steps into the box, squats down, and puts the bat on his shoulder, rocks it back, circles it around, and the left-hander delivers. Blythe takes. It's ball 1.
And while we've been kind of focusing on how good these blocks have been from Clayton behind the dish, just not a pitching staff that's able to locate their stuff very well. They're getting really on top of everything they throw, bouncing it in there, or just throwing it way out of the zone. So Clayton's having to work a little harder than he should back there.
And the Power's discipline to lay off these pitches. It's been really impressive. Runners take their leads in the pitch, and Blythe will get out a little bit in front of that one, and that's 6-4. No throw to 3. There is a throw to 5, but
pretty smart defense there. Not a bad decision to let that guy get first and toss it on over to third to see if you can't just sneak another out in there and make it a pretty unorthodox double play.
Yeah, so the fielder's choice there. Runners on the corners with 1 out here. Brings up Kirkland, who's got 3 RBI. The runners will take their leads as Rangel looks in and delivers. Kirkland will take ball 1.
Good pitch to start the at-bat off with. A fastball just off the plate. A lot of guys are going to be throwing that bat out there to make contact. Seeing a fastball first pitch, that's kind of what you want, but he's good determination to lay off of that one.
Yeah, really a borderline one there. And Kirkland takes low, and the throw is to first, and Blythe is hung up in between first and second.
And some smart base running here from the Power. This is going to be a tough defensive scheme, and there he goes for home.
And here comes the runner to the plate, and Leon scores.
Yeah, just
what in the Billy Haywood was that?
Just some textbook base running there. I love to see smart, high IQ baseball like that, and just a gorgeous feat of base running there from both Blythe and his guy on third.
You've heard of the sack bunt. You've heard of the sack fly. Have you now heard of the sacrifice caught stealing?
Not one you'll see all the time, but a smart play nonetheless. As now we've got 9-3 here, so they're getting some of those runs back. And, I knew this was going to happen. We'll see if they can't put up a little more here.
Casey Dill's got to have a smile on his face when a play like that works out.
Oh, I'm sure he does. Knowing Coach Dill, he loves smart, high levels of baseball. He's one of the greatest baseball minds in this area, maybe even in America, but he certainly knows what he's doing, so I know he's glad to see that one come through.
Oh, without a doubt. And that one's fouled off down the third base side. by Kirkland. So now the bases are empty. No juice to squeeze. And the pitch. Kirkland will foul that one off into the netting.
Good hard contact on the 2-1 pitch there. A lot of hitters would have sat back, let that one travel, see if they can't get 3-1, but he went right after it.
2-1. And the pitch. And there's ball 3.
Heard a couple infielders really wanting that call, but the umpire behind the plate not going to give it to him. Don't totally disagree with him on that one. A close call, but he's been calling it both ways. Like you said earlier, can't complain about consistency.
And Kirkland fouls that one off, and it will get out of play on the third base side towards that ramp. So your score is 9-3 Power. They've put one on the board in this inning. Groves is on deck.
9 runs and 7 hits. That's a pretty solid stat line, especially with no errors from the Power defense so far. Just some really well-executed
hits
baseball.
That one on the ground to short, and the play is made. And that will end the bottom of the 6th inning, but not before the Power put a run on the board. It is 9-3 Power right here at Palm Springs Stadium.
Girl, you know that there's one thing that I love, but it's not you I'm thinking of. I want the ultimate cheeseburger. Break it down. Cheese meat, cheese meat, and that's it. Baby, you know it's hot and juicy, 'cause Jack won't make it till you order it.
Girls love this. Our target is men.
What's a target?
Honored as an esteemed Forbes award-winning resort. It's quite another to be honored 3 years in a row. Agua Caliente Casino Rancho Mirage is proud to once again be the recipient of the Forbes 4-Star Award for both our extraordinary hotel and the steakhouse, and Forbes' highest honor, the prestigious 5-Star Award for Sunstone Spa. Agua Caliente Casino Rancho Mirage, your 5-star escape.
And back for some more Palm Springs Power baseball right here on Palm Springs Power's YouTube channel from Palm Springs Stadium in Palm Springs, California. And Trey Robertson is the new pitcher for the Power. Hit 92 miles an hour for Palm Springs on Saturday night. And there's a pinch hitter into the game for Inland Valley Legends. It's Milo Merck from Cuesta College.
Stepping in, always good to get some fresh hitters going here, especially late in the game. Maybe see if these guys can maybe see something these other hitters couldn't coming out of the hands of Trey Robertson.
Yeah,
time called to go have a word with him here.
Yeah, and he's hitting for Santiago as there's another pinch hitter on deck in Joaquin Hines from Whitman College. He'll hit for Jackal.
Trey Robertson, definitely an imposing figure on the mound here. He's had some impressive outings so far tonight, and I'm excited to see what he can do here. He has a really commanding fastball, not afraid to go right after those guys, and, well, he's going to make a lot of batters miss if I had to guess.
Yeah, former Missouri pitcher, was at Kansas State this year. You know what that means. That man really hates Jayhawks. And he misses outside ball 1. So, the second Kansas State Wildcat that we've seen enter the game for the Power will power one past.
Wow, and that pitch looked 96 coming out of his hands. I'd love to see the velocity on that one. What a blow it right by a fastball.
Yeah, and Merck swung and missed at it. And 1-1 is cut on and missed for strike 2. They did say he went around.
And those are just the makings of a really great D1 arm. He was able to blow that Bayou ball past him with the heater and then come back with a little off speed, maybe a changeup right there. Just shows great pitch sequencing, great command, and great baseball IQ.
Robertson's making Merck question everything right now with that one. Strike 3.
Yeah, he could have gone up there with a tennis racket and he wouldn't have been productive in that at bat. I mean, Robertson's just coming out hot here and really making a name for himself on the mound tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Robertson's seeing that catcher's target the size of he's seeing a target the size of the pitcher's mound out there. He is really hitting his spots. He is powering these balls right past these hitters. And that one goes outside, ball 1.
Fireworks back behind the right field foul pole.
Nice little display. Reminds me of the bottom of the 4th inning for the Power with all the fireworks.
Yeah, and I'm sure there are going to be just as many fireworks as there were hits in that inning.
And another checked swing. That is for a strike. Trey Robertson, check swing king. And the big, tall lefty looks in and just missed. 2-1.
That's one of those borderline pitches. It could have gone either way. Can't really argue either. Probably right on the line of the strike zone. Great pitch from Robertson.
And that one comes in, ball 3. A little bit high and out. So Robertson behind in the count against Hines. And that is swing and a miss for strike 2. So that fills the count up. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out.
And Hines had a great 3-1 approach there. Nothing against him. That was a good 3-1 pitch. It was right where he wanted it to be, right in his wheelhouse. I would have swung too.
And that is taken high, ball 4. So Robertson will put a runner on base.
And Hines off the bench, that was some really great plate discipline there. He made Roberts pitch to him, just taking the pitches he knew he couldn't hit, swinging at what he could. Can't really complain about that at-bat.
Yes, that'll bring up Robert Mansur, the shortstop today. And Robertson delivers high, ball 1 as Hines takes his lead. So the lefty now working from the stretch and deals and misses high. So there were no stolen bases this season for Hines at Whitman.
Getting a pretty good lead there, though. Definitely really competitive. If I was Roberts, I'd be kind of worried about him over there. He's leaning over to that right leg. Definitely something that as a pitcher would make me think he's about to go. So I wouldn't be shocked to see a check over to first here. Maybe even a step off the mound.
Yeah, Hines was a guy who had a .409 on base percentage. So guy that knows how to get his way on base.
And those are the guys you got to worry about, those mid to low batting averages, but impressive on-base percentages. They can be really big factors for teams, always somebody you want to have around.
Yeah, just guys that are tough to face. And, oh, wow, that foul ball ricocheted off the light pole.
Not something you see all the time. Took some really good coordination there.
Wow, we've got some Cody Parkey action out here from Robert Mansur. Robertson's payoff. It's a strike 3, and that's the second out of the inning.
A perfect strikeout pitch there. Had him swinging out of his shoes. Couldn't have hit that one with a boating oar. Just a good 2-strike pitch, and, not a bad 2-strike approach from the hitter there.
So tennis racket. Boating oar, what's up next?
I'll keep you on the edge of your seat. I'll pull out something to surprise you.
Very excited to see what it is. I'm not sure Devon Diaz is excited, and he takes a big hack and misses.
Roberts is able to reach back when he needs to while maintaining control. That's something you don't see from a lot of pitchers at this age. A lot of guys are focusing more on that velocity than their control or vice versa. So good to see somebody who's consecutively pumping in those high 80s, low 90s numbers, but able to put that one right on the black.
And there he goes with the off speed and gets a called strike 2. 1 strike away from getting out of this top of the 7th. And that is ripped foul down the third base side.
Diaz was able to get his hands out there, make good contact, throw the bat to the other side of the zone. A really productive AB from him right there.
Yeah, so official from the Palm Springs Power Analytics team. That is Andrew and Patrick down there in the VIP pit. 91.7 miles an hour from Robertson to get the strikeout earlier.
You know, one of my favorite innovations in the last couple of years is just how far the data has come. Now that we're able to look at not only how fast that ball was going, but we're able to know how many rotations it got, how many inches that broke. Just great to see stuff like that. One of the reasons I'm so happy that technology has made an impact on this game.
Yeah, whether it's anything, whatever tracking device you have called strike 3, and that is the end of the top of the 7th, and now we will stretch at Palm Springs Stadium, 9-3 Power.
In the battle of the burgers, one man made a declaration of delicious. Jack. He set forth, armed with artillery no one saw coming. Boxes and boxes of mouth-watering burgers. He was determined to bring great taste to this great nation in the name of life, liberty, and the pursuit of flavor for all, so that everyone could taste history-making burgers. And America ate it up. True story. With fresher and tastier ingredients, we're making every burger better, like the new Double Jack. History never tasted so good.
So, you like meat?
I like meat and I like cheese.
Meat.
Watch the monitor. This is the ultimate cheeseburger from Jack in the Box. It's a big cheeseburger for purists. Just meat and cheese.
I like the meat and cheese part.
Yeah.
But why a bun?
Bun's not.
You know what we did when we opened this broadcast, Austin? We talked about the Power's ability to strike guys out. They had 30 strikeouts coming into today with just 4 walks. You know what, today? They have upped that ante to 48 strikeouts on the season.
Wow.
There are 18 Power strikeouts through 7 innings.
18 through 7 is just an astronomical number of strikeouts. I mean, you just can't ask for much more out of your pitching staff. If that trend continues, the Power are going to be a shoo-in to win this league this year.
I mean, you've gotten 21 outs, 18 of them by the strikeout. 18.
Yeah, I mean, and only giving up 4 hits and 3 runs. This has just been a fantastic day for the Power on the mound today, and a fantastic weekend for him last weekend. Just, I can't imagine how happy Coach Dill is with his guys right now, and how happy Reed Santos, the pitching coach, is with his arms.
Yeah, that was 8 strikeouts for Matt Porter, 7 for Dorsey Chatham, and their 3 for Trey Robertson. As it's Michael Groves at the plate for Palm Springs.
And to me, that shows that no matter who you put on the mound, whether it be Robertson, Chatham, anybody, they're going to be able to get themselves out of situation with the punchy. Nothing I like as a former pitcher seeing better than a good strikeout field baseball game.
All right, the count's 2-1. And that runs inside on Groves for ball 3. It is still Jacob Rangel on the mound. He's done a good job overall. He came in, remember, in that bottom of the 4th inning with runners on the corners and no outs. He got a pop out and a 1-6-3, and that one is in the air into center field by Groves into right center, and the center fielder is going to call him off and make the play.
And that'll bring up the ever-powerful 6-hole, ever-productive, as I've been saying this game, 6-hole, the bat of Tate Gamble. Tate Gamble has shown a lot so far in this season. Great base running, great discipline at the plate, great swings on the bat. I'm excited to see how that'll continue here.
Yeah, the BYU Cougar from Alpine, Utah. Steps into the left-handed batter's box. Rangel toes the rubber and delivers. Ball 1. Bounced off the plate, it looked like.
And it looks like Gamble made a motion coming over the top with his hand to the dugout there, maybe showing him, hey, that was the curveball. Watch out for it.
Here we go. Pitch. In there, called strike 1, outside corner of the plate. Good placement there.
Really fantastic pitch from Rangel there, right on the bottom and away corner. That would have been a tough pitch to hit no matter what you do with it. Great pitching right there.
Absolutely. Rangel delivers, and that one is just running inside on Gamble.
And he's going around, and he's really painting those corners well here tonight. He's attacked every corner of the plate so far, filled up that strike zone, and just been a productive guy on the mound.
And that one runs inside once again. Gamble had to go on to a balance mode. 3-1.
Gamble's looking for the absolute perfect pitch right here. Let's see if he gets it.
That's going to miss low. Ball 4. Gamble will take his base. He's been a walking machine.
You know, Gamble at BYU this past year drew more walks than he did strikeouts, and if that doesn't show maturity at the plate and plate discipline, I don't know what does.
Yeah, and so that brings up Priest. Gamble takes his lead. He skipped a little bit to it. And now the pitch. In there for a strike inside part of the plate.
Priest not really agreeing with that call as he looked to be shoved off the plate a little bit by it. Maybe a little inside, according to him.
And Rangel looks at the runner and comes to the plate and misses low for a ball, but Clayton did a good job to keep it in front of him. Once again, good job blocking these pitches today. A couple have gotten past him, but he's had a lot of work to block. And yeah, Bryant Ball, the catcher, is on deck.
Bryant Ball's had a great couple of nights so far, been even better behind the dish. I've seen him make some incredible blocks and some even better throwdowns to second and third.
And the pitch to Priest is swung on and fouled back.
Good contact with that one. I would have been surprised if that hadn't have gone into the field of play, and, you know, he just got a little bit under it, a little late on it.
Gamble takes his lead. Priest is ready, and the pitch comes, and that one is chopped to third, and it's a throw to second, to first, 5-4, not to 3. It gets past the first baseman, Simpson, and Priest will trot his way down to second base. Simpson almost did the splits there, really just a tough play to make.
Fantastic effort from Simpson there, almost laying completely out for it. Just another one of those catches by the Legends tonight that, had it been made, definitely an SC top 10 worthy catch. Simpson making a really good reach out, a big step for him there. It looks like he's going to be playing pretty deep right here.
You know what, being a first baseman really requires a flexibility that people really don't understand.
Oh, absolutely.
So impressive what some of these first basemen can do, and especially considering a lot of the times they're some of the biggest guys out there.
You know, when I think of great mobile first baseman, my mind goes to the legendary Prince Fielder.
Yes.
A bigger guy,
God.
but he can make some fantastic plays.
You know, he's vegan.
I did know that, actually. Pretty surprising fact.
I mean, Prince Fielder, that's a beacon of my childhood right there. Remember the celebration, the walk-off, where he came down on the plate and they acted like it was like
oh yeah
pins. I don't
oh
know.
How could I forget?
That's one of the all-time greats. Totally. Pitch comes in, and that one is flown into right and out of play.
A good cut taken on that one. Looked to put that one in play after coming off the bat. He was making a pretty good trot to first. Definitely thought that was going to be in the field of play.
Bottom of the 7th, 9-3 power. And they're waiting for Merck to get back into position. So ball at the plate. Rangel looks in, checks the runner. Again, now looks in and throws.
Some trouble finding that one.
It's a ball. Yeah, and Clayton had some trouble finding it, but there was never got far enough away where Priest was a threat. Ball playing on this team, the Power, with his college teammate Tate Gamble. Talk about, I mean, the relationship that a player can have with a teammate that then goes to play summer ball with them. That's
Yeah, and that chemistry is definitely going to carry over. I've been in hundreds of summer ball dugouts in my life, and if two guys are close and everybody feeds off that relationship, I think one of the hardest barriers for teams to overcome in summer ball is building that chemistry, playing like you've been teammates this entire time. And, man, once you can get past that, you're going to be a great baseball team. Baseball teams that spend time after the games together, outside of the clubhouse, getting to know the other guys. When you come in and two of them already know each other, they've been playing ball together even throughout the academic year, that just is going to carry over well. It's going to rub off on the other guys, and you're going to see them playing a lot more unified a lot quicker.
And you know what? The other thing about that, you look at the other side of the coin, you don't have to all have guys from the same team. That's the thing about baseball, is that you don't need to be like basketball where you need to practice together, or football where you need to practice a ton together. In baseball, you could just get a bunch of guys together and play.
Yeah, some of my lifelong friends are going to be guys I met through summer ball, guys that, I'm sure will be pretty pivotal parts of my life, and had it not been for summer ball, I would have never come into contact with them.
And the Palm Springs Power looking to put another run on the board with Ball at the plate. Priest at second, 2 outs, and the count 1-2. Rangel on the mound, trying to finish his next inning, and that one will get past Clayton, and Priest advances to third.
You've got to imagine that Clayton is just gassed behind the plate right now. He's been having to move all over the dirt back there just to get these balls, and didn't even really make an effort to that one. I can't imagine how tired that guy's going to be tonight and in the morning.
Yeah, and he's probably going to take a sleep on that bus ride.
Oh, absolutely. I would too.
Can't blame him. Can't blame him. And that one is in the air. The second baseman drops out, and Merck makes the play to end the bottom of the 7th inning. It's 9-3 Power. They didn't add any to their tally there. And it will go to the top of the 8th inning right here at Palm Springs Stadium.
Girl, you know that there's one thing that I love, but it's not you I'm thinking of. I want the ultimate cheeseburger. Break it down. Cheese meat, cheese meat, and that's it. Baby, you know it's hot and juicy. 'Cause Jack won't make it till you order it.
Girls love this. Our target is men. What's a target?
It's time to step away from the sofa and get back to the world you love, the world of Agua Caliente. So get ready to rediscover that winning feeling again at Agua Caliente Casinos.
Palm Springs Power Baseball all summer long right here. Palm Springs Power Baseball YouTube channel, Palm Springs Stadium. Come on out to the ballpark if you're in the area.
Yeah, we've got some great
even if you're not in
promotional
the area,
nights.
I encourage you to come out to the ballpark. Fly in the area and come out to the ballpark. Would be really fun to have you.
Oh, yeah, some good promotional nights coming up this summer. Got a $2 Tuesday tonight, $2 Bud Light, $3 Michelob Ultra. Tomorrow's going to be Wine Wednesday, $4 draft wine. Can't beat that deal. And just got some really fun stuff this summer. Got Pride Night coming up, Micromania that I'm really excited for, and then everybody's favorite, July 4th.
Yeah, and July 4th, just a little bit under a month away. And 9-3 Power, and the hitter is Cole Smith, who will whiff on the first one from Trey Robertson.
It's like he got just barely a piece of that one, looking to get a little more. Same pitch right there. Surprised he didn't make an adjustment and put that one into play.
Yeah, so Cole Smith played at St. Louis, which is in Missouri, and Trey Robertson spent 4 years at the University of Missouri and then played at Kansas State, which is pretty close to Missouri.
Some Midwest on Midwest violence here.
And that was violence. Robertson chose violence and caught the strikeout. It's more strikeouts than the Writers Guild tonight.
That's a good one, Sam. But, yeah, we've seen a pretty dominant night from these power
19.
pitchers. 19 strikeouts is just insane numbers for a pitching staff. I'm sure that victory is going to carry over into the rest of this summer.
Ball one there. It's missed low. And we've seen some dominant pitching performances at times, and this is just another one of them. There's a strike, 1-1.
Oh, a beautiful 1-0 pitch choice right there. Had him fooled the whole way.
And Palm Springs today with the 9-3 lead thanks to the 7 runs in the fourth, and that one misses high and in, ball 2 from Robertson.
Looks like that'll brush Clayton off the plate a little bit there. Clayton had a long day behind the plate, looking to reward himself with a base hit right here.
And he swings and misses for strike 2.
Big hack right there, looking to put that ball 450 dead center. Unable to make contact, though. Robertson just blew that ball right past him.
2-2, and now 2-3.
Man, a quick at-bat. Robertson's making quick work of this lineup. Struggled to find his zone the first batter, but he's been lights out ever since.
That's his 5th strikeout, and the Powers' 20th as a team.
20 strikeouts. I mean, man, every time that number gets higher, I feel my jaw hit the floor again with every strikeout. I mean, this has just been a dominant performance tonight.
Totally dominant. The Power fans have got to be loving this. They are witnessing something special from this staff. And there's another strike.
Big looping breaking ball there, able to make that pitch find the zone. And, man, you just can't write him up better than that. Trey Robertson, nothing but successful tonight.
0-1. 0-2 gets the called strike on the outside corner.
We've seen an off-speed. We've seen a good fastball. I'm interested to see what his 2-strike approach here is going to be. It looks like the hitter's scooting in on the plate a little bit. Let's see what he does.
0-2, and he got him. Swing and a miss, and the Power have 21 strikeouts through 8 innings. It's 9-3. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Sweet Caroline.
That's it. That's his house. Mr. Brad Haley?
Relax. Did I win something?
My sources tell me you've been calling Jack in the Box junk in the box.
So?
I take these things personally, Brad.
Get lost.
Sure, just try my food, apologize, and I'll go.
Beat it, clown!
Listen, punk! I've spent millions of dollars improving my kitchens to make our best burgers ever!
You're psycho!
Oh yeah, whoop 'em good, Jack.
Brad, you get to try my best burger ever, and all I want is your honest opinion.
Tasty.
Really? You're not just saying that because I'm kneeling on your spine?
No, I shouldn't have dissed your food, man. I'm sorry, Jack.
Well, I'm sorry about the grass stains.
Really?
No.
Back for some more Palm Springs Power baseball right here at Palm Springs Stadium. Sam Fetterman, Austin Stokes bringing you all the action tonight.
Yeah, it's been a fun one. I've had a great time calling this one, and now it looks like we've got the uncommitted right-handed pitcher Wyatt Brown on the bump for the Legends here, and they've burned through pitching tonight. I mean, it's just one guy after the other. A great outing from Rangel, the last pitcher, and we'll see if Wyatt Brown can keep this game right where it is and put the work on his hitters and make this power offense work, something they've really not had to do much in this one. We've seen 7 runs in 1 inning, just a dominant inning for them, and it really was about plate discipline more than it was about contact or power, as has been the story for this power offense.
Yeah, at the starter was Matt Henry. The second guy we saw for the Legends was Brock Grillo. Then Jacob Rangel came in, and now it's Wyatt Brown, the fourth pitcher into the game for Inland Valley.
And I'm sure this Power offense is ready to get going. Some great hitting so far. Only, 4 innings where they have not put up a run. And after that dominant defensive performance for the Power, I'm sure the offense wants to jump in on the action.
And they'll get the chance right now with Dalton Thomas stepping into the box.
9-1-2, that's a good spot. You want your 9-hole to get on so that top of the lineup can have a fresh slate to work with.
So Thomas, the number 9 hitter with Leon and Hughes on deck and in the hole respectively. Actually, yes, that is what we'll see. Brown looks in, and his first pitch is high for ball 1.
That looked just a little bit outside. Good take from Thomas. Way to spit on that one.
In the second pitch, Thomas lines that one into left field, and that's a base hit.
An absolute rope of a single there. He made fantastic contact with that, able to drive it right into mid to shallow center left field there, and able to, just like I said, get a clean slate for that 1-2-3 so they can get some guys moving. Have another big inning here.
Yeah, Power could certainly use that. I mean, they have gotten some dominant pitching today, and Kenneth Schechter is warming up in the Power bullpen. But it would be nice, obviously, to get some more runs.
Yeah, insurance never hurt anybody, and that's been the way the Power has functioned so far. No runs is ever too many. Putting up 11 in the first night, 12 in the next night, they scored just as many runs as they are striking guys out, just dominant on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, shout out Cindy Piper, State Farm Insurance. And that one's low for a ball on Jason Leon, the leadoff hitter today, playing shortstop for the Power. Dom Hughes on deck. Thomas takes his lead. Brown delivers, and that's a strike, outer half. Thomas took a little bit of a secondary there.
You know, Leon has a really commanding stance at the plate here. He keeps his hands low, down towards the letters, keeps that bat moving and relies his weight on his back foot, whole upper body moving. That's going to produce a lot of power through his swing.
And that's strike 2, taken again on the outer half. So, the runner on first is Thomas. Simpson's holding him. Brown looks in and deals outside low into the dirt for ball 2. 2-2 the count now with no outs here in the bottom of the 8th.
You can see the change in base running aggressiveness here. They're taking way bigger leads, challenging that pitcher. I'm sure a relief now that they've got a right-hander in the mix.
Brown looks in on the first base side of the rubber, and that one is lined, and it's a base hit past the glove of Merck. Rounding second, headed towards third is Dalton Thomas, and he goes first to third on that single from Jason Leon, and there will be runners on the corners with none out for Dom Hughes.
Good base hitting there. Be able to put the ball hard right towards that second baseman. Now with runners on the corners and nobody out, I'm sure we're going to see a bunch of runs come across here.
Well, let's see what Hughes can do. K-State product, the lefty. Facing the righty, Brown. Yeah, Brown, another imposing 6'4", 200 pounds. And he's got some really nice hair to go along with it. You can really see it flowing out of his ball cap. And Hughes will take a big looping curve in there for the first strike.
Hard to talk about baseball hair without bringing up the greatest baseball hair ever in Noah Syndergaard. Looks like Thor on the mound.
I mean, that's where the nickname comes from, doesn't it? And the pitch. Hughes fists that one, and it's going to drop just a bit in front
You know, and that's
Joaquin Hines.
That's one of the toughest pitches to make contact on. I mean, he got his hands way in there close to the body. It wasn't a hit, but what a challenging pitch to put in play.
Hughes at the plate. 0-2. And the pitch, and Hughes will fist that one foul, and hit something out there, and hey, a fan got a baseball.
And some good contact off the bat here. Hughes is not going to go down without a fight, just making nothing but good contact on these balls.
Well, he's hoping for some better contact here. And, well, he's going to get another chance to do it.
Yeah, he's not going down without a fight. I mean, this is a long, grueling, what are we now, 5-pitch AB, no balls, 2 strikes. He's not going to let him get anything past him on the mound here.
Brown with Hughes, the pitch. Oh, wow. That's ball 1. It's a ballsy take there with 2 strikes.
Another dynamite drop in from you tonight, Sam. You've definitely been keeping me on my toes with some excellent puns. Going to have to take some notes for my next broadcast.
And another take on another curved ball that dropped just above the zone, it looked like, according to the umpire. 2-2.
With a 2-2 count and runners on the corners, especially with nobody out, you have to be a little cautious about what you swing at. You can either take a good pitch, maybe hope for a ball 3 count, or you can get rung up on it.
And that one bounced just very close to Hughes. So he's gone from 0-2 and 3 foul balls to the full count with 2 on and none out. And Noah Blythe on deck. So what are you throwing him here if you're Wyatt Brown?
Against Dom Hughes, I mean, the 2-hole hitter, that's going to be tough. I personally would have gone fastball low and away, make him reach out for it. And that is what he's going to go with.
Does go fastball low and away, and wow, it hit the crossbar of the top of the netting.
And some pinpoint accuracy with some foul balls tonight, eh, Sam?
Yeah, we've gotten some serious Cody Parkey action. 3-2. Pitch comes in. It is high ball 4. Hughes with a little bit of a bat flip there. You gotta love to see that. It'll bring up Blythe with the bases loaded and none out.
No outs here, bases loaded. This is just another dangerous situation. We've seen it before, and I'm sure we're going to see it again. But with bases loaded, no outs, not a situation you want to be. And, you know, God, especially facing somebody like Noah Blythe again here.
So, there's runners at every station. And the pitch. Blythe will smack that one into center field for a base hit. That'll score a run. It'll score 2 as Diaz's throw was cut off by Simpson, and Noah Blythe with a 2 RBI single that advances Hughes over to second, and the Power lead it 11-3.
Yeah, another commanding night from the Power, and I know I mentioned to them earlier not being a great late inning scoring ball team, but well, I guess I've been proved wrong here. Putting up 2 in a big situation here, and out comes that legend skipper to have a word with his guy.
It's a full team meeting, full infield meeting, at least on the mound.
If I'm the coach right here, I'm just trying to tell my guys how to be productive and get outs. They've had too many balls hit through the hands of their players, and definitely going to have to change something up. Need to really put our chins down and go to work right here if I'm playing infield for the Legends.
Even if you're playing outfield for the Legends, I'd say. And the pitcher for the Legends, Wyatt Brown, hasn't gotten an out yet, but he's faced a tough part of the order. 2 runs in, and they're...
The Legends dugout looks pretty barren right now. Not many options to go with.
Yeah, hold on. Dom Hughes is a little bit late getting out there to second. He came back in for a minute and forgot that he was on base.
A little tardy to this one, but we're all good to go now.
I mean, 8-run lead in the bottom of the 8th. I mean, Sometimes the minds of the players aren't. And the pitch. Oh, Kirkland really wanted that one. He was early.
Kirkland put everything he had behind that swing. Had that been a fastball, I bet that ball would still be in the air going into the outfield, and just able to take it off and surprise him.
Well, we'll see if he can do it there. What pitch will Brown give him? Fouled back. 0-2. Kirkland had the RBI single in the first inning that brought in the first run of the ball game. First and second, none out. And Brown steps off the rubber. And the pitch. Kirkland again early for strike 3, the first out of the bottom of the 8th.
Kirkland definitely not a guy that we've seen get sat down on strikes a lot so far this season. Definitely going to be walking back to the dugout thinking about how we can adjust for the at-bats if he gets to see the plate again tonight or if it's in our next game tomorrow. Going to be thinking about how he can get himself ready to come back and fight another day.
So here comes Michael Groves. First and second, one out, strike 1. So, Brown looks in, checks the runner, and misses outside for ball 1. 1-1 with a 1 out. 11-3 Power here at Palm Springs Stadium. You can see the cars going down on the other side of the stadium.
I believe that to be Barristo Road right out there.
And that is a sky-high pop-up. Look out, airplanes. Hines couldn't find it.
Oh, wow.
But it's an infield fly, correct?
Yeah. Infield fly rule right there.
Yeah, I mean, first and second with 1 out,
And that is how they'll end the inning, it looks.
That's not the end of the inning. That's the second out. Is it? No. What? That's the second out.
Well, they're heading back to the dugout, so not really sure.
Okay. 11-3 Power.
It's one thing to be honored as an esteemed Forbes award-winning resort. It's quite another to be honored 3 years in a row. Agua Caliente Casino Rancho Mirage is proud to once again be the recipient of the Forbes 4-Star Award for both our extraordinary hotel and the steakhouse, and Forbes' highest honor, the prestigious 5-Star Award for Sunstone Spa. Agua Caliente Casino Rancho Mirage, your 5-star escape.
Really proving himself on Saturday. Had a great outing then, and I'm sure going to have another good one tonight.
Yeah, 51 strikeouts, 9 walks for the College of the Desert. He is originally from Massachusetts.
Gotcha, a little cross country from your neck of the woods, huh?
Yeah, I mean, closer to my neck of the woods, but yeah, totally. And Schechter is ready, and that's a ground ball foul off the bat. of Ryan White.
That was a hard hit foul ball there. Would have been scary to be a first baseman had that been in play. It would have given Kirkland some trouble over there.
Power looking to improve to 3-0 with 3 dominant victories. They've, remember, got 21 strikeouts so far today. And already Schechter ahead, 0-2.
21 strikeouts, looking to make it 22, 23. I mean, wow. That's just incredible. That means that there have been, almost every out in this game a strikeout, and that shows you so much about your power pitching staff so far. Just an incredible team this year.
Schechter maybe a little uncomfortable on the mound on that last pitch, and skeeted away from home plate for ball 1. And now the right-hander toes the slab and lets go of the baseball. Called strike 3, outside corner, 22 strikeouts for the Power today.
And you don't even see those numbers in the MLB. I mean, this has just been a one-sided game so far. They've given up 3 runs, but, I mean, who cares when you've got 22 freaking strikeouts?
These are video game numbers, I tell you.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like the Power are playing on beginner difficulty here.
And the pitch. Checked. He went. That's a strike. Strike 1.
Yeah, they'll definitely say his wrist broke the plane of the plate there, already in good standing to get another K here.
And the pitch. That one is lined into center, and the catch is made. That time by Hughes.
So one more opportunity here for the Legends to get something going in the top of the 9th. So the closer in and hot. Not a good position if you're the Legends. Looking to wrap things up right here.
So Milo Merck is the last chance for the Inland Valley Legends. Well, if they were to come back here, it would be one of the more impressive comebacks in the history of the sport. Oh, and that one's fouled, roped. Oh, man, good thing there's no one sitting over there.
I'd love to get the exit velo on that one. That was an absolute tank shot of a foul ball right into the bleachers here. Like you said, could have been trouble if there was somebody over there.
0-1 pitch is in there, called strike 2. Palm Springs one pitch away from a victory.
This will be another dominant night from the Power pitching staff. Looking to see if he can get the punchy to end things here.
Merck the hitter, Schechter the pitcher. Got him on a swing and a miss, strike 3 for the 23rd strikeout of the night for the Palm Springs Power, and that will do it. Your Palm Springs Power win it 11-3 right here at Palm Springs Stadium behind, an incredible pitching performance. Sam Fetterman, Austin Stokes, this is Palm Springs Power post game.